screen. Oh, it's intercepted. Russ Holly. Get in there, Russ. Here, got a quick snap. Going to throw this slant route. Caught and may go to the house. Motion there by the Hornets. That's just eye candy. He wants the deep ball. He's got his man. And that's fantastic football. There's the knee, and that's going to be your ball game. What an upset.
And welcome into Webb Memorial Stadium on the campus of Deerfield-Windsor. I'd like to thank you for joining us as Westfield has traveled down I-75 over to Albany, Georgia to take on the Deerfield-Windsor Knights. I am Brett Taylor. Alongside me, Kyle Tucker here tonight. I'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight, Kyle. This should be a great matchup between two teams who know each other very well.
Yeah, Brett, thanks for having me. Looking forward to just seeing this matchup. We got two offensive teams, so I'm expecting it to be a high-scoring game, lots of action, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top of this one. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, when you talk about both of these squads, scored a lot of points the first two games of the season. Obviously, both teams have played a common opponent in the Southland Raiders.
That's right.
Westfield went over to Americus last week, got a 47-7 victory over the Southland Academy Raiders. Deerfield the week before in week 1 went over and won as well. I want to say it was something like 34-7 or somewhere in that range. So both teams come in, as you mentioned, with a high-power offense and obviously playing some good defense as well. I think Deerfield gave up 7 points last week to Mount DeSales. So it should be a classic matchup between, again, two teams know each other very well. Two programs that have played many times over the years, and as you see our pan there from left to right on your screen, it's a beautiful day for football, and excited to see what happens in this matchup. Let's quickly go into our head coaching matchup, and you have, again, Coach Chad Campbell coming in, his second season at Westfield, 2-0 overall this season. The early rankings on Max Preps has Westfield in AAA at number 3, and last year they finished the season in their region at number 4. They exited in the first round of the season, of the playoffs. And Deerfield, conversely, 2-0 on the year. As I said, they are ranked number 5 on the early season rankings that probably at this point don't mean a whole lot, but that's in AAA as well. They finished number 6 in their region last year. They missed the playoffs, so you gotta think that both of these teams, both of these programs, very hungry to try to make a deep run this season.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned it, both teams played Southland and just handled the game. Both teams handled the game very well. As you said, Westfield played Southland Academy, beat them 47-7 last week. And then Deerfield's shot at them in week 1 was 34-7. And so both teams come in with high potent offenses. And like you said, 2-0, the standings, doesn't mean a whole lot in the beginning of the season, but it's a good start. And you want to just keep it going. One team wants to walk out of here 3-0 and just keep their momentum going. And so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. As I said, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm excited to watch this one, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that you and I, you kind of jotted down some keys to the game.
Yeah.
I had some already plugged in, but we'll talk a little bit about that here as we head. So, again, Deerfield-Windsor, they want to keep Westfield in front. Westfield's got a lot of weapons on the outside, a lot of speed. Again, Coach Fowler talked about last week how, in the last couple of weeks, about the three legs of their record-breaking 4x100 team are on the outside for Westfield. So a lot of speed there for the Hornets. They also want to stretch the Hornet defense. Westfield's been able to really keep everything compact and make teams play inside the box so far. And Deerfield really wants to try to stretch the ball down the field. Saw that a couple times in their game film against Mount DeSales. They were able to get some deep shots. And they need some big plays on special team as well. That's always important. And then Why don't you go ahead and give us Westfield's keys of the game there, as conversely, Westfield's got some weapons to deal with on the Deerfield side.
Yep, that's right. And so first key of the game for Westfield is tackle in space, and they're going to have to do that, Brett, because Deerfield quarterback Lane Scales, he likes to get out on the outside the box there, and he likes to get out and scramble to the right and run to get in his passing lane and get lined up to throw it deep, as you mentioned. And if Westfield wants to keep the Deerfield offense at bay, they're going to have to tackle in space, and they're going to have to keep that quarterback contained. And then we've got used multiple weapons. So Westfield quarterback, Mr. Gay, Braden Gay, he's going to have to use his weapons. Just use the weapons that he has, use that receiver that he's got, and just they're going to have to match Deerfield blow for blow, and they're going to have to use all their weapons in their arsenal to do it. And then limit the penalties. You don't want to come out here and make mistakes. You want to play a clean game, and that's just going out here and doing what you know you can do and playing your game and just not getting just careless penalties. So those are the keys of the game for Westfield, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just breaking down this game, like you said, I think both teams very similar to one another. Westfield, I'm not sure about Deerfield. I do know they got some seniors peppered within their offense and defense, but I think their quarterback's a junior, Lane Scales. He has been outstanding so far on the season. And conversely, Westfield's got a lot of, especially on offense, a lot of senior weapons on the outside. You've got Braden Gay at quarterback, kind of the trigger man there, as well as Jackson St. Clair on the outside. You've also got Mason Easom on the outside. You've got some new ads in Matt Molina, who's been a big at tight end, H-back type position. He's been a very good addition for Westfield and very dangerous. And so it should be an exciting matchup. We'll see. We'll take a quick look. Let's go ahead and look at our quarterback comparison here tonight. As again, we've been talking a lot about both of these quarterbacks, how great their early season has been, and it for both it has been very impressive. And again, we'll take a look here as you see number 2, Braden Gay, 505 passing yards. I had to estimate a little bit on the completion percentage because stats really didn't come out from the second game on Max Preps, but I was able to get some total yardage there. But about 78%, right around the 80 mark, very similar to Lane Scales. He's got 4 touchdowns on the season, 3 of those coming last week, and then 14 yards rushing, which is kind of just some icing on the cake there for both of these quarterbacks. And then why don't you go ahead and give us Lane Scales? He's had an impressive season so far in the early going.
Absolutely. He's highly accurate, 25 for 30 on his pass attempts, which comes out to 83 completion percentage. And as you can see there, 516 passing yards and 6 TDs. And a lot of that offense for him coming last week against Mount DeSales. Had 12 completions, 296 passing yards, and 3 TDs last week against the Macon team there. So really impressive week for Mr. Scales. We'll see what he can do for a follow-up. But I like this QB matchup. 2 really good QBs, both accurate, both very talented. So this is a nice battle, per se, from behind the center on both sides.
Yeah, the thing that I like is that both of these guys, they complete passes, high percentage completion rate. You're talking about both of them hovering around the 80%, which is pretty phenomenal at the high school level, no matter what level of high school football you're playing. And being able to, in both of these teams, I will say, they're not just throwing, 5-yard hitch routes, stand-up routes. They're getting the ball downfield and still completing passes at a high clip, so that makes it even more impressive. And so, as you said, it's just one of those games where you expect to see fireworks, and both of these programs have been very successful over the years. You expect to see both of them come out here and execute, very well coached by Coach McCray, Coach Campbell on the Westfield side. So, Kyle, I'm excited to get things kicked off here. We'll, as you see, Deerfield getting ready to enter through their fans, and Westfield will be getting ready to as well. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff, and it should just be a great matchup. I'm very excited about getting this thing going. How about your final thoughts on the game here tonight?
Yeah, just looking forward to I think it's going to be one of those games where maybe the last team with the last possession wins. If they're going back and forth there like I think they're going to go, it just may be one of those whoever has the ball last wins this game. But it's going to be just a potent matchup. Like you were talking about, the quarterback comparison, Lane Scales has a wide receiver. You were talking about how they like to throw it deep. They're not dinking and dunking it. These aren't easy passes. Gabe Daniel, the junior wide receiver for Deerfield, averages 29.4 yards per catch. He's got 294 yards on the season, so they're throwing it deep. Scales is getting it deep. These are impressive passes. And then the same thing for Gay, excuse me. He's got his receiver, Stone St. Clair, has got 105 yards per game so far. He's averaging 17.5 per catch yards there. So these aren't little easy passes, stacking up the completion percentage. These are impressive passes at a high completion percentage.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to do that and which defense can stymie which quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because even when they have thrown short passes, their outside threats have helped them, and that yard after contact, that yard after catch average has just gotten them to the next level. So even when it's not a deep pass, they're creating in space, and I think it's going to be important for both teams to tackle in space here tonight. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with kickoff here as Westfield taking on Deerfield right here at Webb Memorial Stadium on the campus of Deerfield-Windsor in Albany, Georgia. And we will see you on the other side of the break on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Get your running shoes ready for the third annual #Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the #Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the
Westfield continued their dominance last week at Southland Academy. The Hornets smothered the undermanned Raiders from Americus, running out to a 33-0 halftime lead and cruising to another big victory. Through 2 weeks, the mighty Hornets look like a team heading for a long playoff run. In Week 3, Westfield's attention turned south towards an old rival as the Knights from Albany are next on the early season slate. Deerfield-Windsor has had a resurgence in their own right to start the 2024 campaign, and they look to keep that success rolling this week. Can Westfield continue to execute and make big plays to capture their third straight win? Or will Deerfield limit the Hornets' sting and pull out a victory at home in the Webb? It's a rivalry that produces exciting games that go down to the wire. Expect nothing less this week. Westfield versus Deerfield. Coming up next, only on MGSN.
And welcome back to Webb Memorial Stadium. Westfield has won the toss, and they have elected to receive the football. So Westfield will be on offense to start the game here tonight. And Braden Gay will be leading his Hornets out on the field to start the game. Again, facing off against Lane Seals in this contest, and it should be an outstanding matchup as we're about set to get started here. And I can't see who's back deep to receive, but looks like it is going to be Mason Esom and Jackson St. Clair back deep to receive for the Hornets. So back deep, number 1, Jackson St. Clair, and number 15, Mason Esom. And we are set to get things started. That one short, and fair caught by Neil O'Brien, number 19 for Westfield.
A little short on the kickoff there.
Yes, so we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the Westfield starters on offense. And you'll see them on your screen. Jackson Hare at running back, number 31. Thatcher Reddick, number 7 at halfback. Wide receivers, number 1, Jackson St. Clair, number 6, Stone St. Clair, number 15, Mason Esom. You also got number 2, Braden Gay at quarterback, number 52, Sammy McGee, left tackle, number 50, Caleb Andrews, left guard. At center, number 57, Law Leonard. At right guard, number 53, Smith and Rigdon. And at right tackle, number 62, Rigdon McCall. So looks like we got a timeout. We'll stay here. That is on Deerfield. Had a late man come on. I think that maybe didn't have a guy in position.
A little confusion early.
Yeah, a little confusion early. And we'll give you Deerfield starters on defense after this first play here by Westfield. Westfield coming back out. That was a quick timeout, probably the 20-second variety. 11:59 on the clock. 1st and 10, Hornets going right to left on your screen here. Again, Kyle, are you a little surprised Westfield elected to receive the football coming out?
Yeah, that's not usually their MO. So a little interesting decision there, but we'll see what pays off.
So they're going to put Thatcher Reddick and Matt Molina in motion. They're going to send Thatcher Reddick here to the near side. Going to go quick pitch, and that is to Brock Johnson. And good job by Deerfield on defense, stringing that out. And we'll see the replay here as getting the ball out, and just a great job of stringing that out.
Yeah, they close that outside lane quickly.
So it looks like we might have another, goodness gracious, another timeout. So 11:43, we'll get that corrected on the clock. While we got a chance, we'll take a look at the Deerfield starters on defense. And Deerfield, again, these are projected starters. Had to pull these from watching a little bit of game film, Kyle. But defensive end, number 90, Seth McKenzie. Defensive tackle, number 60, Hudson Abel. Another defensive lineman there, number 54, Luke Ivey. Linebackers, number 2, Burns Holton. Number 6, Cross Mitchell. Number 7, Liam Elliott. And number 29, Mangum Pippin. And then you've got safeties, 15, Boyd Pollock. And number 5, Greer Morey. And at cornerback, number 18, Ben Everett. And number 23, Colin Snipes. So those are the starters for Deerfield on defense. So, Kyle, I don't know if we got an injury. It looks like we do have an injury on the far side.
Yeah.
I didn't see it happen, but
yeah.
Unless it was Brock Johnson when he got strung out. Westfield has seen its share of injuries, at least in the last, maybe not for Westfield, a long delay in last week's game against Southland, as unfortunately the Raiders had a player that had to be carted off during the game. So that's not exactly what you want to see if you're a sports fan, is especially at the high school level. Seeing a kid having to deal with that to start the season is not good. But hopefully the player down for Westfield, I can't make out a number there. But what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the rest of this first drive. You're watching Hornet Football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also
And we are back. We'll take a look at this replay here, as I don't know if you can really see anything. Maybe just on the tackle. I don't know.
Yeah. Heard it was a Deerfield player.
Yeah, it was a Deerfield player, not a Westfield player. So
oh, yeah, here he comes.
He's gingerly coming off. Is that number 18?
18, yep. That'll be number 18.
I think that's one of the cornerbacks.
Yeah, that's Ben Everett, the cornerback. You never want to see that.
Yeah, there you go.
On any side. And you got to wonder, Brett, down here in Albany, we know September's just 2 days away, but it is still hot. Summer is hanging around, and it's been a hotter summer than we've had in a while. And, earlier, just right before kickoff, it was 95 heat index, humidity, was over 50%. And so you got to wonder if the heat plays a factor still. I mean, you try to condition all summer and try to get ready, but these South Georgia Friday nights can take a toll.
Yep. So we'll see if Westfield goes to the air here, sending a man in motion. Going to hand it off to Stone St. Clair. Not a whole lot there. He's going to reverse field, though, and be tackled even further back. And that will bring up a third down and 19. So not exactly the start that Westfield wanted.
Nope. Took the ball to receive the half, and the running game hasn't quite gotten off.
No, not
what they had hoped for.
I tell you what, if you look at it, Deerfield, I think, is expecting some of that running attack, just from how many guys you have committed down into the box. Westfield going with a little stack set here on the left side. Going to snap it back to Gay. Gay looking to throw. And going to be sacked. So, again, Westfield goes completely backwards. And, again, not the start that you want if you're the Hornets.
Nope. Gay just kind of – he had four receivers going downfield, but just guess he didn't get the look that he wanted and kind of ditched those options quickly and went for the scramble there and just didn't have anywhere to go. So now we're 4th and 25 on the first drive.
Yeah, so Westfield going the opposite direction of where you want to go. And the kick from Brock Johnson, and not a very good one, goes out at the Westfield 35-yard line. So, again, a very precarious start. Excuse me, they're going to say it goes out at the 33-yard line.
Deerfield's going to be in the catbird seat here with great field position on their first drive.
Yeah, just not the start that you wanted if you were the Hornets. And a very good field position here for the Knights.
The way Deerfield's been passing,
I will tell you, Westfield, it doesn't matter how good the Hornets are. Psychologically, they have had trouble coming down to Albany and playing well. I don't know what it is, but it just is a thing for them.
Called a Flint River Funk or something.
Seals with a 3-yard run there. Well, yeah, a 3-yard run, so 2nd down and 7, we'll call it.
And that is Lane Seals. I butchered that pronunciation earlier. Thanks to our friends up here in the press box to straighten us out.
That's okay. It's a different spelling. It happens. So back pass, looking to throw, and Westfield, he's able to get away the pass. That was a good job by Seals right there because he was on his way down. And both of these defenses flexing their muscles early.
Yep.
We thought it was going to be a lot of offensive production, and both teams have been pretty good defensively.
It's going to be interesting to watch Seals, though. I was watching some footage on the way down, and just to see him scramble. He likes to run to the right side. He gets Daniel open, and they like to hook up a lot. And so it's going to be interesting to see if the Hornets can keep him contained.
I think we've got a snap infraction, it looks like. He pointed at the center, did the referee there behind the linebacker. So sorry to cut you off, Kyle.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, this looks like we had a little snafu there on the offensive line.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Knights, sending a man in motion. And going to hand it off on the reverse. Westfield comes up, and we'll see. Ooh, a fumble, and they're going to call him down.
Yeah, he was down.
They're going to call him down.
And just as much as we were talking about the Knights' passing game, their rushing game is just as impressive.
Is there a flag down? I wonder what that is.
Boy, we have had some penalties and some timeouts, and
yeah, we'll see what this one is. I'm not sure. It's not going to be.
Puts it back in his pocket.
It won't be enough for a first down, I don't think, unless. How's it a blindside block on the defense? I guess it will be enough for. That's a weird call.
Yeah, I'd like to see the replay on that one. That's interesting. But as I was saying earlier, the Knights running back core is really good. Cole Jones has 252 yards rushing.
The helmet would be like this, I believe. I think this is an illegal blindside block.
Yeah, but
normally you don't have that called against the defense blocking.
Yeah, odd call there. Deerfield's going to have to contain them, though. They're going to get pressed on both sides, running and throwing. So Hornets better come prepared.
And handoff there. And a good run, about 8 yards on the play. So Westfield with a chance to get off the field. And, again, I don't really know what the penalty was there. It seemed different than we've seen before. But at least that was my interpretation, some sort of illegal blindside block on the defense. So 2nd and 2 from the 8-yard line, or 7-yard line. You're going to hand it off again, and going to be short, but spins off. I think gets down to the 6-yard line.
That was number 3, Cole Jones on the carry.
So probably going to bring up 3rd and 1. Deerfield going to try to go fast. Don't know if everybody got set, and I don't know if he got to the 5. Maybe there. Looks like the second effort there gets it for him.
As I mentioned earlier, Cole Jones, 252 rushing yards on the year so far and 4 TDs. So they're going to feature him down in the red zone. And we've got the Deerfield-Windsor Knights, 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal here for Deerfield with 8:04 to go in the first quarter. And an unbalanced set here. Going to hand the ball off. Nowhere to go. Neil O'Brien in the backfield for Westfield.
Not much going there on that play.
See the replay here. Good job of Neil O'Brien knifing in there, forcing the loss on the play. So 2nd down and goal from the, call it 5.5-yard line. And you're going to hand it off here or pitch it off. That's actually going to be a reception for number 8 there and that'll be a loss of 2 on the play.
That was number 8, Gabe Daniel.
So, again, 3rd and goal here. I think that's going to be from the 8-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Westfield trying to turn Deerfield away for the second time on this drive. Deerfield with great field position starting at the Westfield 33-yard line. Westfield had them stop, but a penalty extended the drive. And you're going to spread things out here for Lane Seals. Just send a man in motion. Goes empty, looking to throw, and he's in the back of the end zone for a touchdown.
That was number 10 there on the reception, Mr. Hudson.
So Westfield lets the, looks like a slot receiver, get inside and behind the defense. It is, and just right past.
And that was David Hutchins on the catch there.
Just right past the Westfield defensive back, getting to the back of the end zone. So a good job there. Deerfield up 6-0. And I tell you what, Westfield's going to have to figure out some things on offense. I think their defense has been okay. They just obviously gave up a couple plays there late in series. But what we'll do is we'll take a quick break as Westfield trails 7-0. You're watching Westfield Hornet Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration
and we are back here inside Webb Memorial Stadium. And that's a pooch kick again. Westfield moves its receivers up, and there goes St. Clair, and he may be gone. One of the fastest guys on the team. And do we have any flags on the field? I do not see any. And that was quick as they move the up men up, and Westfield takes advantage.
Wow, what an impressive turn of events there for Westfield, and they did it on special teams.
Yeah, Jackson St. Clair, again, one of those guys I talked about speed-wise for Westfield, who is on that 4x100 team, and you're going to see here on the replay as he just takes that and makes one man miss, gets a really good block out here, and gets a good block, and just Neil O'Brien with the seal there and outruns everybody to the end zone.
And then an impressive juke on top of it, just to add that to the flair. Impressive return there by Mr. St. Clair. And just like that, we're tied up 7-7, Brett.
Yeah, so we'll stay here. I tell you what, an exciting turn of events, and Westfield didn't have a whole lot of success there.
Yeah, it was an odd start for the Hornets. Just some things didn't go their way. Just kind of a weird call there on the defensive side for them, and was unfortunate, but they turned it around.
Yeah, they answered back. I mean, both teams, I as you mentioned, I think this is going to be one of those that a filling out process here in the first quarter, probably going to go down to the wire in the second half, and should be an exciting rest of the game. We've already had some fireworks on both sides. Mm-hmm. Lane Seals finding his receiver in the back of the end zone, and then Jackson St. Clair answers right back on the kickoff. I guess Westfield's thought is if you're going to pooch kick that ball short, we're going to move our receivers, our returners up and give them an opportunity with the ball in their hands, which I understand the thought process there too. So we'll see if Coach McCray makes an adjustment and potentially tries to kick it deeper or kick it away from someone like a Jackson St. Clair. And Brock Johnson on the kick. He's going to do a little bit of a pooch kick. That ball almost gets in no man's land. Let's see if Westfield can tackle somebody. And they do. So trading blows on the kickoff, it seems like. Good field position here for the Knights. Not as good a field position as they started out with last time, though.
Oh, no, not at all. But, hey, they jumped back in this one just like that. We're going to see what Mr. Braden Gay, see what Mr. Seals is going to do here. And
so they're going to have a hydration break down on the field. We'll take a quick break with them, Kyle, as Westfield knots things up here. Your score 7-all with 6:04 to go first quarter. You're watching Hornet Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile.
So welcome back here to Webb Memorial Stadium. We'll take another look at that kickoff return for Westfield as Jackson St. Clair again picks it up and finds the near sideline, near to us at least, makes a man miss by cutting back across the field. I don't know if that was a kicker or not, and scores the tying touchdown.
great blocking on that return by the Hornets.
And Seals looking to pass. Thought he was going to swing it out, but does a good job of finding his receiver, coming across on a drag pattern, and maybe a 3-yard pickup.
David Hutchins again, the one who scored the touchdown earlier.
So Hutchins with the reception. Westfield, again, as you mentioned, you can definitely tell Seals likes to escape to his right side, which is obviously his throwing arm. So we'll see if Westfield tries to force him left. They're going to hand the ball off, and a good run up the middle, and this may go. Win Hoots in pursuit and almost strips the ball, but a big run down inside Westfield's 5-yard line. 1st and 10.
Well, that was number 3, Cole Jones on the carry, and another 30-plus yards to add to his already impressive total on the year. But as you said, Win Hoots came in, almost had the strip, saved the score there, but here you go. They got the Knights right back on the goal line again, heading down towards the south end of the end zone.
And the one thing that you can tell is Deerfield wants to establish that run game. They haven't been as successful through the air, but really good on the ground so far.
Got a man in motion.
And a touchdown for Deerfield. So your score now 13-7. And
well, that was a quick drive, Brett.
Yeah, well, when you have a big run like that, you're gonna have a pretty quick drive. And
I mean, it's just a lot of quick scoring so far.
Yep.
Other than that first drive, I mean, it's been just quick blows so far here early in the game. All right, they're going to set up the kick, kicking it to the southeast side of the field here.
So the kick is up. And it's no good. We'll see if that plays any effect on the outcome of the game. 4:55 to go here. Westfield trails 13-7. Deerfield answering with some big plays in their own right, and It's just, like you said, I guess we we felt like we started off slow, but maybe we spoke too soon, and Westfield has got to figure out defensively up front how they're going to adjust. Obviously, Deerfield has done a really good job finding some ways to block that front for Westfield. And on offense, Westfield haven't really moved the ball, but they've been fortunate on obviously to get the kickoff return. So
yeah, special teams playing a key part earlier, especially like Brett said in the kickoff return, and then Deerfield missing the point attempt there. I saw the kicker and the holder just kind of readjust there at the last second, so I don't know if they just didn't have the line that they wanted and didn't quite get it. And I mean, he barely missed it, but 13-7, Deerfield, 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
So 4:55, 13-7 your score. Westfield trails, and Deerfield kicking off, and we'll see what adjustments they make on the kickoff here. And going to send that one deep, and sends it over St. Clair's head. And St. Clair finds a gap, has some speed, and is finally corralled at about the 33-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
Impressive return there. I mean, brought it out of the shadows of the end zone there and give the Hornets a little bit better field position. He has got some shifty speed, that St. Clair. Now we'll see what Mr. Braden Gay is ready. Oh, do we have a
Seems like there's a penalty on every play.
What is going on?
Yep, lots of penalties.
And again, goes against the Hornets. And we see number 3. Number 3 for the Hornets on the holding. I don't have the name there, but so they're going to start off.
Last year that would have been Dean Massey, but I'm not sure who the Matt Molina.
So the Hornets are going to start off here at about the 16-yard line.
So going to hand it off here, and Jackson Hare, 31, and he busts loose. Barring any flags, a big run there for Westfield.
Wow. So the running game, impressive for both teams here. The Knights, obviously, with a long run earlier to set them up for the score, and then the Hornets said, hey, we see you, we match you. And so an impressive run for the Hornets to get them to midfield.
So 4:40 on the clock. Two under center, gonna get it over to Jackson Hare. Wow, they must have schemed up something there because there was nobody on that side. Hey, will you yell at him and tilt the camera up so we can see the play? The play's at the top of the screen.
Got it.
So 4:35 to go here in the first quarter of play. 1st and 10, Hornets on the 38-yard line of Deerfield. So driving the ball. And Gay going to keep it. And makes a little stutter step. Gets to the outside. Does get pushed out of bounds. And that'll make it 2nd down and 5, we'll call it. Maybe 4. So 2nd and 4. 4:28 to go here. Sending Thatcher in motion. And going to hand the ball off. No, going to throw it into the flat to Thatcher Reddick. And that'll be a first down for Westfield.
Seeing an efficient strategy here on this series by the Hornets. As we talked about, using multiple weapons. And Thatcher, and we had Hare earlier.
So Gay sends a man in motion.
Got a single back formation.
Jackson Hare will knife through. Good job by Deerfield, again, committing more guys to the box. And picks up 2 on the play. Will bring up second down and 8 with 3:31 to go. Coach Campbell looks like he's trying to slow things down a little bit, maybe own some time of possession, as Deerfield has pretty much controlled the ball most of the game so far. Going to go 2 by 2 here. The man to his left sends a man in motion. That's Holbert. Looking to throw. Throws the crossing pattern, and Mason Easom can't make the catch. Ball thrown out in front of him.
Seems like he didn't quite get where Gay wanted him. Don't know if they were just if that was a misassignment or Gay rushed it a little bit there. I'm not sure, but didn't quite hook up like they wanted.
Yeah,
3rd and 7.
He did not look comfortable. Looked like he didn't get his feet set at all. 3rd and 8, we'll call it. And good job of bringing pressure in his face. Nobody on the backside probably should have handed that off, but obviously that play was not designed that way. And that is a big-time sack on the play. Do we got a flag? I'm just asking that question because we have had so many. This is the first week we've had this many flags, so I got to keep my eyes peeled.
Brett, what do you think of the play-action call there on 3rd and 7?
I don't mind it, but the only problem that I have is obviously Deerfield has anticipated that and overloaded that side, it seemed like, brought pressure there. We may see a quick kick here. Would not be surprised.
Going for it on 4 and 15.
And they're going to throw it and gets the first down.
Wow.
You give Gay a little bit of time. He's got a very good arm and very good receivers. You see this play develop here. And a big first down on 4th and about 14.
Great blocking there by the lineman on the left. I didn't get the number there, but great block to give Gay time. And like you said, he made use of it. And impressive 4th down conversion here late in the first quarter.
So first down and 10 for Westfield. Going to fake the handoff. Looking to throw. Going to go throwback to Molina and in for the score. And that is a Chad Campbell staple play right there. And Westfield looking to take the lead.
So Molina on the touchdown there. And all of a sudden, we're tied up at 13-13.
1:46 to go. Brock Johnson on. And I'll have the replay for you here shortly.
It's going to be kicking into the north end of the north end zone here. Looking to go up 1 point.
So the kick is up and good. We'll take a look at the replay for you as Molina connects, or Braden Gay connects with Molina on a wide open throw back to the H-back.
It's a great call there by Coach Campbell.
And honestly, that's something that Coach Campbell has gone to quite a bit since being at Westfield. I'm assuming when he was at Peach County as well. And you can definitely tell both of these coaches, they got a lot of scheme. They've done a lot of scheming, a lot of film watching, and they're really calling good games. Both guys. Westfield made some adjustments after that first drive. You got to give Coach McCray some credit, and it's up to both defenses to figure out and make adjustments. And I think, like you said, it may come down to who has the ball last. And that ball kicked to the boundary, fumbled, and he's trying to get wide. He may bust through. He does. And Westfield, I think that's Brock Johnson. And a good return there. And Lane Seals brings his Knights back out on the field for their third possession here, and they've scored on both so far in the game.
That was a great recovery by the return man for the Knights. I mean, he dropped it, but it bounced right back up, and he made a nice recovery of the play there and got some positive yardage. And so here we have the Knights pushing about almost to the 45-yard line, about the 42, I believe, and good field position.
So 1:39 to go here in the first quarter. Seals going to hand it off, and Westfield just not getting off blocks right now. About half a step from being there to the play. A good job again.
This Knights running game is trying to wear down the Hornets, so you can see their strategy here. They're going to let the run game get them there, and
yeah, it seems like both teams going a little bit against tendencies. Both teams have been, well, I tell you, Westfield's been pretty balanced. I think Deerfield probably has too. You've seen a lot of the big plays on the highlight reels and whatnot have been pass plays for both teams. I think that's maybe the misconception. And there you go, Seals.
Scrambling again.
And a block gets him to the outside, and that'll stop the clock with 53 seconds and a first down and 10. And Westfield having trouble managing Seals and keeping him, again, he loves that right side, man.
And he showed his speed there. In the previous plays, we had seen him scramble to pass, but he keeps it there and shows a little bit of the shiftiness and the speed. And they've got a good athlete at quarterback, arm and running.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I think it's a good assessment coming in. I'm wondering, as Westfield does a good job, but again, getting 3-4 yards on the play, Westfield looks like they're in there to make the play in the backfield, and Deerfield doing a good job of just kind of finishing the run. But I'm like you, man. If I'm Coach Campbell, Coach Lee Campbell on the defensive side, I'm going to try to force Seals to go to his left. He seems like he's very comfortable to his right. I don't know. Obviously, Coach McCray's probably scheming that up to get him in a comfort zone, but you got to figure out how to take him out of that. And right now, both offensive play callers are just clicking.
Oh, there's going to be a flag on that one.
Did he throw it?
Wow.
So Win Hoots gets away with a penalty there.
Yep, that was a clear pass interference on the Hornets, and no flag. So
3rd and 7.
That may have balanced things out from the call earlier from the first drive.
I don't know. I won't say that. I like to normally go back, and when I think it's something that I didn't see during the play, I like to go back and watch it. And oftentimes the officials got it right. You just didn't see it when it happened.
That's a good point.
So we'll see. I think that one right there they probably missed. I don't know if you watched Colorado last night. I had some buddies of mine getting mad at Travis Hunter for pushing off. And I went back and watched it, and a good job by Westfield up front on defense. But I went back and watched it, and it's like the whole way down the field they're hand fighting, and he's the last one to push off. So they're not going to call that if both guys are pushing back and forth, you know. Right. So that's going to do it on the first quarter. Westfield somehow has a 1-point lead. I feel like Deerfield has been very good on offense so far. They face a 4th and 6 when we come back here at the start of the second quarter. But your score after 14-13, Westfield on top. You're watching Hornet Football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Exactly is #Houston Healthy. #Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the #Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, #Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts.
And welcome back here to Webb Memorial Stadium. 14-13 your score. Deerfield with the football, and you got to think they're going to do something similar to Westfield did last drive, which is go for it on 4th and medium, although Westfield was more like 4th and long. And we'll see if Deerfield's able to pick up the first down here, and going to throw it deep, and miscommunication and incomplete. I don't know what happened there.
Well, he had pressure coming at him. There was, I believe that was a safety blitz there, and he had pressure running right at him and just had to get the ball off. And a missed opportunity for the Knights. Hornets will take it, though.
So my question was there, I wonder if that's some sort of an option route, and he reads outside and the receiver breaks inside, because that ball just was completely thrown the opposite direction, you know?
Yeah, just not on communication with each other there. Something missed, but the Hornets will take it.
So Westfield back on the field. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. We got kind of a skeleton crew over here in Albany. Obviously, the Labor Day weekend, and I know some people are also sick out there as well. And not sure what's going on here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Westfield. So both teams have used an early timeout. We'll stay here, Kyle. But last night, well, really last week, obviously Georgia Tech with the huge victory over Florida State in Ireland and Dublin. But I would say college football kicked off in earnest last night. You had a lot of big-time games. Obviously, Colorado facing off against a perennial FCS team, and North Dakota State. You also had, NC State got kind of taken down to the wire by Western Carolina.
Yeah, that
over in Raleigh. That was weird. And some other teams kicked off. I don't even know what happened in the Minnesota-North Carolina game. I know somebody got hurt big time for North Carolina. I don't know who won the game, but my wife, you know, Rachel, she's probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm sitting there watching Tarleton State last week, and she's like, why are you watching this game? And I'm like, it's football, baby.
It's football, that's right. We'll take anything we can get.
So, but tomorrow, obviously, we've got some big-time games, none bigger than the Georgia-Clemson game at 12. That should be a great way to kick off the 2024 season. Looking to throw deep and almost caught, almost picked off, and then almost caught again. Wow. I think Stone St. Clair got started quickly there.
He zipped that one in there. That was great throw by Gabe, but just not able to snag it.
We've got a flag on the play. I'm not surprised. We've had more flags in this game than they have at the United Nations.
We got a lot of laundry down here in Doherty County.
Normally, by the third game, you don't have these many calls, but lots of penalties. So 11:51 to go here in the second quarter. And first and 20 for the Hornets. 17 on the play clock here. Braden Gay going to change things up based on the defense. Under 10. They're going to snap it and fake the handoff. Gay keeps it and trying to get outside the block. He does and gets tackled late out of bounds. Wow. Surprised there wasn't. The initial tackle was not, but the follow-on tackle by 5 was.
Yeah, good tackle by the number 5 there for the Knights. Pushed him into the Knights.
Big run right there, but again, I think the initial tackle's fine. It's the follow-on tackle by the extra defender that was a little questionable. 2nd and 7 here with 11:45 to go. They get the ball on the wheel. That's to Jackson Hare. Him and Brock Johnson look so much alike. It's hard for me to tell who's who sometimes.
Mr. Hare has been featured a lot here early in the first half.
Well, I tell you what, Jackson Hare is one of those guys that he's been, I don't know if you know this, but Coach Fowler and Coach Farmer's middle school teams the last few years have been, I think they're running like a 4-year undefeated streak. So some of those guys out there that are playing that are youngsters, they're just used to winning. And Jackson Hare is one of those guys.
Oh, he's got 3 receivers downfield.
And going deep, and not a good defense right there by Deerfield. And good defense. Ball probably underthrown, but that's where you got to throw it, honestly, if you're going to throw it on a line to keep it from being picked.
Yeah, he was covered closely, and that was number 18 for the Hornets trying to snag that one and just short out of his reach.
So I think that was 15 Mason Easom. He's out wide left now, but Stone St. Clair here to the near side. 2nd and 10. We'll see if Westfield runs the ball here. They're going to fake it. They're going to get it out in space. And we've got another flag. Wow. What? I tell you what, that ref has been – that ref's arm's going to be sore after this game.
It's going to be holding on the Hornets. Wow.
Yep. That middle guy, he's been chunking them today.
And close the loop from earlier. You mentioned the North Carolina-Minnesota game. North Carolina won 19-17 over the Golden Gophers.
Good. Not a big PJ Fleck fan.
Yeah.
The whole row the boat thing,
I like Mac Brown, so we'll see how Tar Heels do this year.
Gonna hand it off to Jackson Hare.
Jackson Hare again.
It's a minimal gain, so no flag on that play.
We got some yardage to go here. 3rd and 20 for the Hornets.
Be interesting to see the play call here. 10:23 to go in the first quarter. Close game, 14-13. Hare flank to the right, looking to throw. Going to throw it to St. Clair, and he's got the first down. And his helmet comes off. And there's a flag on the play? That didn't look like helmet to helmet, I didn't think, but we'll see.
That was a hard hit there on St. Clair. Oh, now we got a little bit of pushing and shoving.
Oh, we don't need that. Neither team needs that early in the season. Don't need anybody to get ejected.
I think somebody took a little umbrage with that hit, but let's see here.
I didn't think it was that terrible.
No, he was out over the middle.
I mean,
no, yeah, that's just the defender came in to kind of close out the play. You had 2 defenders on St. Clair there. The third defender came in, from what it looked like, I could see, came in to kind of help get him down, and I think the helmet just popped off. That's kind of hard to tell.
Here, I'm going to rewind it. It was definitely 5.
Yep,
he did get him.
Wow.
I missed that. He did get him right on the.
Hit him right in the face guard. Face mask there.
I don't think it was intentional. I think he went in there to try to dislodge the ball. And you know, sometimes when you're here and you're being tackled, you get brought down here.
Yeah.
You know, y'all can't see me, but I'm got my hand kind of above at my head, and so they're going to call targeting.
I think it was an honest football tackle, and the 2 defenders that had St. Clair in the scrum there, he kind of just got moved into position, and it was just an unfortunate turn of events there for the defender. See, they pull him in, he turns, and right there.
But if you look, he's actually He's being tackled.
It opens up right there.
It looks like he just, glancing blow. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
He didn't dip his head in, but it's one of those you don't want to see anybody
No.
go off for that. But
Yeah.
it's funny. I was having this very discussion with some friends of mine today about targeting, and I told him, I said, I think that it's kicking somebody out of a game because of it. And one of my friends brought up a good point. He was like, if the player has to leave because of it, then the player who caused it should have to sit out until that player returns. I thought that was an equitable rule.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I think it was a good, honest football tackle, and it just, the way it worked out, it just didn't work in Deerfield's favor.
He's pleading his case, and I don't think Coach McCray, and, there goes the helmet on the sidelines. That's not good. I get why he's upset, and it's hard when it's in the heat of the moment. So, the coach is doing a good job of just trying to grab him and talk him down, if you will.
Yeah. Emotions are high,
Well, when you get the juices flowing in football and something like that happens, and then you have to be gone from the game, it's not easy to deal with emotionally. It don't matter.
Praying for that young man. Hopefully he gets a better shot next Friday.
So Westfield actually, if you think about it, kind of hurts themselves there. Apparently there was an additional flag for whatever extracurricular happened.
Yeah.
That would have been an additional 15 yards, you would think.
Shot yourselves in the foot.
So
Hornets are going to come out with 3 wide on the right here.
Ben Holbert here wide to the near side. And who do you got at the top? Eason, maybe? I think Braden Gay.
15.
Braden Gay trying to identify maybe a linebacker that's coming. And Hare off to the races there. A big run.
Gay goes to his favorite weapon so far in the game, Mr. Jackson Hare. And he's just an impressive north to south runner. He gets after it. Look at that.
He's got some in-the-hole shiftiness, too. That's what I like about him. We saw a lot of that last year when Westfield was able to defeat Pacelli over in Perry. Braden Gay trying to get, I think that's just trying to see pre-snap recognition of who's coming, who's doing what. And if you get a jump, you get a jump. But that one was kind of messed up, and the ball's out.
Unfortunate there for the Hornets. Mr. Braden Gay tried to on the pitch there, and it got disrupted. And now it's Knights football.
And that's always the danger when you start talking about pre-snap, just doing all those
chatter.
Doing all that stuff. You want to see who's coming, you want to see what's going on, but you can get yourself out of rhythm too.
Yeah.
And those are 2 self-inflicted wounds by Westfield, because I don't think the handoff was there.
Well, no, that's going to pick up the Deerfield sideline, especially after that ejection.
I don't think he has to go off. I don't think he can go back in, but he can stay out on the field, which almost rubbing salt in an open wound. And a good defense there by Westfield.
They had him covered, the Hornets did, and it just ricocheted off of number 10.
I think that's Russ Hiley.
Yeah, ricocheted off his helmet there.
So Russ Hiley with the good defense there. He didn't really get his head turned around, but I think face guarding's gone away in football as long as you don't impede the receiver trying to come to the ball. So 2nd down and 10, 8:45 to go here in the first half. 14-13 your score, and Deerfield-Windsor with the football.
Tell you, for all the back and forth quick plays we had early in the first quarter, it's kind of slowed down a little bit here.
And you say that, good run right here. And both teams somewhat trading blows back and forth.
All right, easy, boys.
Yeah, it's getting a little chippy out there. So 1st down for Deerfield.
Yeah, they're gashing it. Both teams just leaning heavy on the run.
Some big 10-yard runs, 12-yard runs from both squads. Right here, Deerfield, the benefit of that, doing a great job up front. And now it's time for Westfield to try to make some adjustments. Seals under center. And
it's Cole Jones, number 3 on the carry, I believe.
some good sportsmanship out there. So 2nd and 4 for Deerfield.
Cole Jones, like I said earlier, 252 rushing yards coming into this game, 4 TDs. So he is an important part of this Knights offense.
And got him in the backfield this time, but a good job. And we've got a flag.
Boy,
I'm shocked there's a flag on the play.
lots of laundry.
And we've got a hold. And that's probably going to push it to 2nd down and 14. So, again, both teams shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, let me ask you, Brett, with this much running, I am shocked it's been this many flags, but with a lot of running like this, I guess a few calls are to be expected. But.
Well, this is nothing against the opponents that both of these teams played the first 2 weeks, but both of these teams, you can tell, are very evenly matched, and I think when you have that, you're going to have more penalties because you've got players that are creating more friction, if you will, against what you're trying to do. Stand-up route, and not able to tackle in space, but they spin him backwards, and he is brought down after a 4-yard gain. A good tackle there, and both players a little slow to get up.
Number 8, Daniels there. Very impressive to stay alive on the play, try to make something out of it.
That's one of those, if you're Deerfield's coach, you're like, just go down when he gets spun back, and then he breaks the tackles and gets out there, and you're thinking he's going to bust it.
Yeah, got a little lateral there, maybe.
Because he kind of got spun backwards, and you're like, man, we picked up 5-6 yards, but it looked like he was going to bust it. It's like, oh no, oh yes.
Impressive athleticism there, though, just to even stay up.
Absolutely. Back looking to throw, and another completion. Both quarterbacks back and forth.
Yeah. That was Gabe Daniel on the previous play that stayed up, and then number 10.
And it's been kind of a mixed bag for both defenses on big downs.
Starting to see a little bit more of the throwing game here for the Knights in this drive.
It seems like both teams have had their moments on 3rd and 4th downs. They've been able to connect at some point, but then others they haven't. We'll see what happens here. And another big-time run, just a stretch play there to the outside. And Westfield has players there, just can't make the play. He's doing a good job of putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield. 2nd down and 1, we'll call it, with 5:56 to go. We're gonna have a measurement, I think.
Tell you, Brett, it's been a very balanced attack here by the Knights. Like I mentioned earlier, Cole Jones has 4 touchdowns on the year, and then you got Mr. Lane Seals with 6 CDs. So this Knights offense, they can run it, they can throw it, and they're going to do both, and you better do something about it. It is the way they play. And the Hornets are going to be tested here so far, but 14-13, it slowed down. At the pace we were going in the first quarter, Brett, I thought we were going to see 40 points by the end of the game. But it slowed down here a little in the second quarter.
I think it's a first down. It is. Westfield's going to, I think, look back at that last possession where they get the targeting call, go for them, and then they have the turnover, and that may be their first turnover of this season.
And not to mention the chippiness that
But
negated the play that they had.
But when you look back on who has the ball and win, I think you're going to look back on that if Westfield's not able to stop here and think maybe that's the turning point in the game, because Deerfield's kind of on the ropes a little bit there, as much as you could be in the second quarter in a one-point game. But you kind of get it turned back.
Yeah. The
momentum turns there.
Yeah, I mean, you negate the penalty on the targeting, and then, like you say, turn it over right after that. And just, like you say, could be the turning point of the game.
Yeah, and I know what Westfield's trying to do there. They're trying to get in the right play, but I think sometimes working so much to get in the right play, you take yourself out of the rhythm of the game, and instead of just going and going, you're trying to get in the right play, and then you have something happen. I don't know if that's a bad snap, if he didn't get a handle of the ball, but the handoff just looked weird.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he didn't see the defensive scheme he wanted, and he's just trying to get it right, like you say, or was he just getting too fancy?
I think he's trying to figure out whether or not he's running the ball or throwing it, honestly.
Yeah.
He's trying to see, because Deerfield's, I think their base defense is a 3-4, so they're trying to see. They know that 3 are coming. They're trying to see who the other that are coming. You're probably going to have 5 come most plays, maybe 6, depending on the position in the game and down a distance, all that stuff.
Like you said, a lot of chatter, and it just they didn't have it figured out. Unfortunate for the Hornets, and here the Knights go.
And a good play there. If they can get Jones on the ground, they finally do. That's one of his only negative plays, or we'll call it negative, but stalemated plays. Not sure what that was, but
they had a little technical difficulty there, but
2nd and 10. Seeing a lot of hands on hips from both lines. They're tired after running the ball this much.
If you're Coach Campbell, are you talking about the penalties at halftime? Are you laying into these players, telling them to clean it up?
I think what you're talking to them about is just trying to clean up the game, and good tackle right there by Brock Johnson.
Nowhere for Seals to go on that one. Tell you what, if he's going to get in trouble, he's going to use his feet to get out of it.
Well, he did a good job of keeping the play and not being a negative play there.
That's right, yep.
Keep yourself in. It's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. Oh, they're going to mark it back a yard. Sorry. I thought it was 3rd and – I thought he got past the original line of scrimmage, but they're going to say he loses a yard. Wow. So 3rd and 11.
He's got some good speed, like I mentioned earlier.
Now, Gay, I don't think is as speedy. He can run the ball a little bit, but he doesn't have the straight line speed that I think Seals has. I think he's faster than Braden Gay, and good job right there by the quarterback. Smart heady play, just fall on it. He hates to see the bad snap, and it may be a race of who's going to outslow the other one. The quarterback. I got some folks laughing in the booth here about who's the fastest quarterback, but I tell you what, both quarterbacks have done a good job of keeping plays alive tonight, though. I mean,
yeah, it's been interesting to see. We've had a lot of just kind of mirrored plays. You see a targeting call, and then you see a bad call for the Hornets because they were getting chippy, and then a botched pitch for the Hornets, and then a botched snap here for the Knights. And so,
how both of these drives have kind of mirrored one another.
They are.
So are we going to go quick kick here? We got some wideouts out. They're going to send a man in motion, and they're going to throw a screen. So a chance here, and good job right there by Westfield and tackling them in bounds. But you don't really lose that much if you're Deerfield, and if you bust it, you look like a genius.
Yeah, but another high snap there by the center, right after a botched snap, and so Seals in the center, they're going to have to get on the same page there.
I wonder on that, though. I wonder if he had the option to quick kick it.
Yeah.
Or if he liked what he saw, Coach McCray gives him the option to maybe run that screen, that tunnel screen, or he could quick kick it there. I don't know.
Speaking of kicking, it's going to be...
We'll stay here during the hydration break. I believe Deerfield still has 2 timeouts. Westfield with 1. With 3:54, you got to think if you're Coach Campbell, you want to take this one down and not give the Knights the ball back.
That's right.
Even if you don't score, I think you do not want Deerfield to get the ball back, because if you let them get the ball back and they go down and score, they get the ball coming back out of halftime too. So it's almost like stealing a possession if you're not able to run this clock out.
Yeah, if you're Westfield, like you said, you've got to play keep away. If you can go into the half 14-13, that's a win for either side at this point in the game, based off the great offensive scheming that we've seen. A 14-13 score will be a little bit of a shocker to me based on the way it started.
And I think if you're fans, you're probably thinking, well, you know, how critical is this? But this is where I think game management from a coaching perspective is really important, because if you start calling pass plays here and throw the ball and have a couple of quick incompletions, that puts you behind the 8 ball and putting a lot of pressure on your defense.
Listen, like I said, both teams are in it right now. You don't want to get too fancy, too aggressive. Just come away with a half in the game.
So Gay with the run up the middle. There's that quickness from the quarterback position that we talked about. So Burns Holton with the tackle there, maybe a gain of 5.5, 6 we'll call it. 2nd and 4. 3:29 to go here. My clock's a little bit behind the play clock, or the game clock, excuse me.
And what better player to put in than Burns Holton to burn this clock down as they go into the halftime here.
They just trying to not give up a run. Coach McCray and Coach Campbell are tired of seeing big runs given up by their defense.
Okay, he's going to think about it.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not in love with that call
was risky,
right there.
That was he pumped fake twice, or just rethought his decision twice there. It kind of looked like, and the defender really could have picked that off and took it the other way.
I just think there you're at 2nd and 4. If you're going to throw it, I think you go deep in that situation.
Maybe
it's
catch 'em off
2nd and
guard.
manageable. But now you've got a 3rd down and 5. But I would have rather seen something to Jackson Hare to maybe pick up a couple and then put yourself in a short 3rd and 1 or 2.
All right, 3rd and 4 here. You might see Mr. Hare on this one. They go there again.
And a good job getting underneath the block, and Thatcher Reddick misses the block there. And that's not what you want. Now, if I'm Coach McCray here, I'm calling a timeout.
Yeah. You've got to. You've got the field possession's
And they
on the
do.
side. There you go. You caught it. So
that's, to me, that was what the danger was of throwing the ball. I would have much rather seen, and it's easy for me to question things, but I would have much rather seen Jackson Hare run a stretch play or two and try to pick up a 1st down and then get your momentum going from a passing perspective. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was just trying to go for like a little hitch route, just get it out, get going for a couple yards. But they went to it back to back there, and it just, like you said, didn't work out.
Good job by the, I think, number 8, I can't remember his name for Deerfield, but number 8 made the play, dipping up under the block of Thatcher Reddick. And honestly, if you're Coach Campbell, you expect Thatcher to make that block, because he's normally reliable on that. But
that number 8 was Ben Everett. That was the young man that got hurt in the first quarter right there. I think it was in the first series or two. Good to see him back on the field, making plays. He seems to be doing well. It's still I stand corrected. Ben is on crutches. It was 18 that got hurt, and then it was number 8 that made the play there. My apologies.
We got a little powwow here.
So, 18 on the sideline. We'll be keeping him in our prayers. And then number 8, Mr. Ben Everett there, who made the tackle in space.
Good punt, better than the one we saw earlier, and
it's been the best.
Good job bringing him down there, and that gets it under 2 minutes. So we'll see if Westfield can turn Deerfield away here, but
best kick we've seen all game between kickoffs and punts. That was
Again, I'm a little surprised at the play call in there on that drive for Westfield. I know you want to score, but I think you got to try to play the game management there. But the ball at the 25-yard line, Westfield has done a pretty good job on defense, but you got to think that Jones will be featured here at the running back position for the Knights.
I'm going to go Caleb Daniel. This is one of those key times to get one of those big passes like they've been doing all year.
So pass behind, a good catch right there, and out of bounds.
They're going to try to get a field goal at the very least. Why not? Especially when you've got this passing game. You're at midfield.
So 1st and 10 here, 14-13 your score.
Set 3 wide on the right side there. Just going to pass it again.
Yeah, that's just a pick play right there.
Lands at the 48, at the Hornet 48, and that was number 8. I believe that was Everett again.
That is a staple. That came from the Bill Belichick playbook right there.
Yeah.
That underneath pick play.
Then Wes Welker.
Rubbing it right against the defenders, trying to get your man free underneath. 2nd and 5 with 1:22 to go here in the first half. Quick slant and the ball dropped.
Oh, just got away.
3rd and 5.
I think he
would have been a first down.
He was thinking about moving before he had the ball.
Yeah, I think what he's thinking is, like you said, trying to get away from the defensive back there and get vertical as quick as he could. But
3rd and 5. It's like 4 wide.
And just out of his reach. Ooh, they called another. Oh, my gosh.
I didn't see. I don't see what happened on that one.
They just called a penalty. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Wow. I thought he leaped for. I thought he dove out for the ball. I don't think that was a push.
No, the defender was back here on about the 32-yard line on the ground.
I think he's at.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Pass interference on the Hornets. I didn't see it, but apparently the ref did. So, unfortunate call for the Hornets, especially here with 1 minute and 14 seconds to go, and you're trying to keep your opponent from getting 3 points on you, but here they go.
That was an NBA special right there. Wait to see if the ball goes in the basket before we throw the flag.
And look, this is going to give the Knights a couple shots at the end zone here. That could be a key point in the game right there.
Well, they've got 2 timeouts, I believe. So
1 minute to go.
Going to throw a screen pass in the middle. This may score.
Oh, wow. And I think
he's
he was
down
just
at the
short.
1.
Yeah, he's just short at the 1.
Again, this is the fear that you had if you were Coach Campbell.
That call, it was detrimental right there. Man. And they're going to push it in for the 2-point attempt to make up for that missed extra point earlier. And so that seals on the quarterback keeper, I believe.
So 19-14 your score now. And again.
That's right. Excuse me, I forgot. He was on the 1, so that was the quarterback keeper for the touchdown. So here they go with a point.
We'll see if Westfield, or excuse me, if Deerfield tries to go for chase the points here.
Yeah, maybe I was prophetic. We'll see.
Obviously, you've got analytics that tell you when to go after them and when not.
Well,
or at least they do these days. And not sure the call there. Westfield going to call a timeout.
Well, Brett, you hate to see that. I mean, if good football, you love to see good football on either side. And that run, that pass play up the middle, just great play for the Knights. But when it comes on the heels of a questionable call, you don't like to see that part. You don't like to see the refs affect the game in that way. And maybe there was pass interference. We didn't see it on our end.
My only beef with it, I don't care if there's pass interference if you throw the flag, but I don't like it when the flag comes out after the play is over.
Yeah.
And he's clearly passed him. So if you saw it, you throw it when you see it. But he threw it after the ball hits the turf. He waited to see if the ball was going to be completed or not, which to me begs the question, is it pass interference or did you just he didn't complete the pass, so now we had a little bit of contact and we're going to throw a flag. I don't know. It is what it is. It's one of those things. You got to have the mindset. This is a way to create playoff mindset. You got to have the mindset when you go on the road in the playoffs that you're going to beat everybody.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to win the game enough where it don't matter.
That's right. You got to overcome it. And here they go with an extra point, 2-pointer.
And not gonna get there. And that'll remain it seems like every time Westfield and Deerfield play, there's a weird score. And I don't know, you don't know this about me because we haven't called very many games together, but I hate weird scores, by the way. Like, I hate when you get off kilter, or like Florida State did when they went for the swinging gate 2-point conversion. Like, I hate that. I don't know why. I like it to stay nice and even increments.
I hear you.
So 19-14 your score. Deerfield takes the lead. And again, Westfield's got to be kicking themselves. The second quarter, for the most part, I feel like Westfield is kind of owned. And Deerfield has obviously, I think, owned the first quarter. But, this is the fear that I had. If you don't run the ball there and you give it back to Deerfield and they score, now they basically go in getting a lead, and then they come out and can expand the lead because they get the ball coming out of the break.
I mean, just you've widened the gap unnecessarily. And Westfield's got 57 seconds here. I don't know if they're –
and there's no guarantee that Westfield picks up the first down. But when you have it 2nd and 4, you'd like to maybe give it to your bell cow there in Jackson here and see what he can do because he's been so effective in this game so far.
Yeah. If I'm Campbell, let's just get out of the half down by 5 and come at it again in the third quarter. I'm not going to get cute. I'm not going to get ambitious.
Why does Brock Johnson fair catch it there? He's got plenty of skill and speed to run the ball there. That is
conservative move.
I think that's just an ill-advised decision by an up man instead of because he's a skill guy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do. Will they go for it? Or will they play it conservative?
57.3 seconds. To me, there's no reason not to go for it now. But again, that's deep. I would not call for a fair catch there. Not with the space he had, and I could see if it was a guy who's a lineman or whatnot, but he's a skill guy. He's the backup quarterback.
Gonna need Gay to be clean with his command here at the quarterback position. Don't need any mistakes this deep back in the territory there.
And a big pass play right there.
Well, there's our answer, Brett. Went right up to Mr. St. Clair, right up the middle. Almost the same exact play where his helmet popped off earlier, right up the middle. In fact, I would say that is the same play. And he comes away a lot cleaner that time. Helmet stays on. And the Hornets are in a good position here at midfield with 40 seconds.
They are wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, they've got to get it going here.
And a pass underneath, and that's to Holbert, I think.
Looks like we're going to see a timeout here.
No, they don't have any more.
Right.
They don't have any more timeouts.
Okay. Yep. That's right. Timeouts are gone.
27 seconds. So as soon as the ball gets put on the turf, they start cranking it. I do not clock it. I don't understand. Why do you do that? If you're going to snap the ball, go ahead and run a play.
Well, maybe they want to look at it here.
But you waste a down.
Well, old school football here.
22 seconds to go.
Brett is a.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I just don't. I see more and more people do that, and I never understand it. Why don't you just, if you're gonna take the time to get in the gun and snap it, and then
catch them off guard and do something?
Just run a play.
Well, here they are. They've talked about it. We'll see if they pass it up the middle again. He got his man right there on the sideline.
Yeah, it's gonna be 13 seconds left, but I think he has enough for the first. I don't know if he's got out of bounds with that one. I think they're gonna have to go.
Do we spike it here?
No, he didn't wind it. I thought he just got enough for the first. I didn't realize he got out of bounds. He's not churning the clock.
Okay, they've got one more shot here, I think, to set up for the field goal. That's what I would do. Get positive yardage, get your kick team out there. Oh, he had him wide open.
And that may be the fastest guy.
And another flag.
That may be the fastest guy on the field, too.
Went to number 15. And now they're discussing it. We're going to need some ice for this ref's arm today.
Ineligible downfield.
Oh, my goodness.
I've seen that called in a Deerfield-Westfield game before that kind of decided the outcome.
We may be hitting a record for penalties for Westfield tonight.
For a half, yeah.
My goodness.
It's a lot of penalties.
All right, well, 9 seconds, and they're what do? You just take a shot and let that be that?
No, I mean, you got enough to run two plays. You got to get the ball to the sidelines.
They're going to have to go quick.
And he's standing over the ball. I think Coach McCrae's talking to the referee. I wonder if he was asking about a runoff maybe.
Oh, based on the penalty, that's
right. There's no time. Westfield can't stop it, so a runoff would end the half, but I don't. Yep. The clock wasn't running when it started, so the runoff doesn't apply. The clock has to be running.
In motion, that's correct, yeah.
At the beginning of the play.
So a little clarification here for.
At least I believe that's the rule. I believe if the clock is running when the play starts and you have a penalty, you could have a runoff. Why is he turning the clock on an incompletion in a play that didn't have the clock started before the penalty? I think that was a bad mechanic by the official. That should not have started. All right, well, that will end the half.
Kind of an odd half as far as some of the calls here. Some head scratchers, but some good football all around.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with in about 10-15 minutes with the halftime. Just talk a little bit through that. Westfield trails 19-14 at half on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a Health and Wellness Expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a Health and Wellness Expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you, upload it to your favorite social media platform, and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you, upload it to your favorite social media platform, and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual hashtag Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the hashtag Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is Houston Healthy? Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare. Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual Houston Healthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the Houston Healthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
So what exactly is Houston Healthy? Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today.
All right, welcome back inside Webb Memorial Stadium here on the campus at Deerfield-Windsor. The Knights lead the Hornets 19-14 after one half of play. Again, as we mentioned, Westfield kind of a back and forth half here with Deerfield. Obviously some big plays, some big circumstances or events happening as well. As we saw a targeting play where a player went off for the game, unfortunate. But Westfield couldn't take advantage, and Deerfield late in the half marches down, scores, and Westfield not able to, with limited time, come back and do anything with it once they got it down. So they trail here 19-14, saving grace, obviously the missed extra point and then the missed two-point conversion. So, it puts them in a situation if they're able to score a touchdown, they can go up a couple points. But, Kyle, it's been tough sledding for both teams, especially in the second quarter. We thought after the first that it was going to be a score fest, but it's kind of settled down here a little bit, some good defense, and we've seen a lot of the run game for both teams.
That's right. The first quarter, as you mentioned, we just saw a lot of fireworks, a lot of explosive plays on the run game. Saw a few good passing plays by both quarterbacks. And then we got to the second quarter, and things just kind of came to a little bit of a halt. You had some, you had a lot of penalties.
Right.
The penalties have no doubt been a key part of this story of tonight's game. And that's kind of slowed the game down in the second half. And then, like you said, the defenses kind of started coming around there in the second quarter. And so things slowed down. And even with the explosiveness on offense for both teams, some of the questionable calls has kind of kept this game even. You've had miscues by both teams. You've had questionable calls on both sides. And so it's created this kind of even match where it's 19-14. Anybody can come away with this game. But as far as the second half goes, I hope that the offense is more of the story, or maybe the defense, and less of the flags and the questionable rule calls.
Right.
So we'll just see. We'll see what happens.
You saw there Westfield's score there to Molina. You're going to see the touchdown pass here in the back of the end zone for Deerfield-Windsor earlier. And, you've had some plays like that, but some big runs by Jones from Deerfield. Obviously, Jackson Hare has been very effective. So it was it was interesting to see Westfield deciding not to try to run him there towards the end of the first half when they had the lead 14-13. Obviously, Coach Campbell gets, he's paid to coach football for a reason, so he knows a lot better what to do there compared to what I know to do. But, you feel like Westfield had a chance to really kind of take control of the game there, and unfortunately we're not able to get it done. Let's take a quick look at some of the scores around the GIAA area. So not able to get a couple scores from Pinewood, Stratford, or Strong Rock, Athens Christian, but big win last night for Valwood, 48-14. They're kind of the class at AAA right now. And then Calvary Christian over in Columbus on top of Mount DeSales right now, 6-0. A big one at Tift area, 32-14. They're on top of John Millage right now, and that's who Westfield will play after the bye week next week on, I believe, the 13th of September. So it doesn't get any easier for the Hornets, as Tift area will come calling here in a couple of weeks. But what are your keys to the second half for both teams, starting out with Deerfield here, Kyle?
If I'm Deerfield, I'm just going to keep the run game going, keep setting things up with the run, and maybe air it out a little bit more. We haven't seen Mr. Seals here. I haven't seen him quite air it out like he did last game. They've leaned a little heavier on the run today, but if they can set the pass up with a run and then just kind of bring it wide open with the passing game, I think they can catch the Hornets. Just kind of challenge them. Just say, hey, this is our quarterback. This is us going for the win. Can you stop us? And if I'm Coach McCray, that's my game plan. And on the defensive side for the Knights, just kind of keep doing what you're doing, keep challenging the Hornets. make them beat you. And it's been a lot of tough play on both sides for the Knights, and they're just going to have to keep going. It's play your full game. The game's not over yet, even though you're up 5. So keep playing. And that's my keys for the Knights. And how about the Hornets? What do we need to do here to?
Yeah, so I think for Westfield, I think first off, you got to settle down, and you've got to try to start executing, and not allow the game to get too fast for you. I think in the first quarter, first half, you've seen so many penalties because they just kind of got out of sorts and maybe trying to play too fast. And so I think settle yourself down. I would suspect Coach Campbell probably talking to the guys about that in the locker room. And then I also think you've got to ride Jackson Hare and then play it, let the pass game play off of that ability to break things open in the run game. You saw some things open up in the play action and in some of the misdirection pass game with the wheel routes and the throwbacks. So whenever you can establish that run game like that, it brings in a lot of option in the play action game, and I think Westfield can take advantage of things there, but they have to stay committed to that. It's 19-14 right now. Nothing's out of your game plan right now. So I think it's an opportunity to try to build on some things here in the second half and try to come away with a big victory over a team that, again, both of these squads know each other so well over the years. They played so many times in big games, and it just seems like this one's going to come down to the wire. I think you mentioned it in the first half that you expected that to be the case, and it seems like it's playing out that way.
Absolutely. It's going to be exciting second half. The first half was any indicator.
So Westfield will kick off to Deerfield, and we'll see if it's a short kick from Brock Johnson or if Westfield will kick it deep. We saw some area scores as well. I think Northside, Warner Robins just went up 21-10 after a big touchdown from the Demons, and I think Hoko was on top 24-10 at the half. The defending state champs there in 4A, I believe.
Yep.
And that game seems to always be very crazy. So we'll see if the Panthers are able to come back against the Bears.
Yep. The big younger brother out at Hoko.
So that ball popped up, but taken, and that'll be out to the 44-yard line for Deerfield. 11:55 to go on the clock. That's where Lane Seals and his offense will start.
Brett, I graduated from Northside, so I'm very familiar with GHSA and what the rivalry means for the Warner Robins High School Demons and the Northside Eagles. You're more familiar with the GIAA side. What if you were to say there's a rivalry in this league that would be on par with Warner Robins Northside, or would be the biggest football rivalry in this league? What would you say?
I don't know. I think it's shifted with how things, as that one's given off to Jones, and he's tackled hard after a couple yard on the play. I don't know. That's hard to say. I think that over the years, I think for Westfield, I don't know how much Deerfield sees him as a rival. I think Westfield definitely sees him as a measuring stick. Maybe that's more of how you would see one another other than rivals. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I think it changes, too, as things have realigned over the years for GISA and now moving into GIAA. Obviously, the Macon schools, you got Stratford, and the catch made there.
Great throw by.
But you've got the Macon schools who've always been big rivals with Tatnall, Stratford, FPD. You saw FPD win a state championship last year in 4A. So, and then I think you've got some budding started chipping away and ended up winning in the end. But
yeah.
I don't know if you have a standout rivalry like that. I think right now probably Brookstone-Pacelli has been the rivalry that has been the fiercest coming into GIAA. Maybe not the most traditional GIAA rivalry, but right now playoff games, not only regular season contests, and they play for the Brucelli Cup or Jug, the Brucelli Jug over there in Columbus. So I think that might be the biggest quote-unquote rivalry in GIAA right now. But I think Pacelli's a little down this year compared to what they've been. Brookstone seems to be about on par with where they've been, so I would probably give them the upper hand right now. And they played for a state championship last year and lost to FPD, but they've been good the past couple of years. 2nd and 8 again. And going to be tackled in the backfield. I think that's Lane Seals.
That's Cole Jones.
Oh, no, excuse me, Cole Jones. They must have direct snapped to him.
Yeah, I believe so.
So 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, somewhere in that ballpark. Again, I do think rivalry-wise, it's been hard for some of the schools because, especially some of the schools like Westfield, classifications based on enrollment. So sometimes you unless you schedule out-of-region games, it can take away from those natural rivalries you have if you don't have consistent games over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like the realignment game every year, and then when you have the realignment, it broke up that natural rival because you had to actually go out of your way to schedule that, whereas you would normally play every season.
And it'll be interesting to see how that happens this year with all the shifting in college football, like Oklahoma and Texas coming to the SEC, which is going to be exciting to watch. But like you say, that it breaks up that consistency.
And you don't have Bedlam anymore now.
Yeah. Wow.
With Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, we got looks like a timeout by Westfield. Wow.
So we had another sloppy
stay here.
snap. Had another sloppy snap, and I'm wondering if the humidity is a factor there. I know I mentioned that earlier, but
well, it's funny we talked about that. You know, on the way down, we're sitting in the truck. We get about out to almost where Westfield is on the interstate.
Yep.
It just drops on us, right?
Yes.
And the temperature goes down to from 96 to like almost in the 70s. And then when we get on the way from Cordele to Albany, it's back up to 98 in the truck. So you kind of knew after it rained, you're going to see some humidity and some moisture in the air.
66% humidity. 83 degrees here on a beautiful night in Albany. Talking about fixing pronunciations. I heard you say Albany earlier. You know, here in South Georgia, it's Albany, Brett.
Albany.
Albany. Okay. We're not a capital out of New York. Okay. No.
I say it how I see it. Oh, that gets between the legs. And, going to try to kick it, and he's not able to get it away. And that's going to set up Westfield in great field position. And that is very unfortunate for the Hornets. Excuse me, for the Knights. So I'm going to try to show this replay here. And just went, I don't know, did that go between his legs? So he tries to get it off here, but I think he just kind of misses the ball. I've seen some of my girl soccer players do that, in 9 and 10-year-old girls trying to punt the ball from goalie.
Well,
here's your opportunity if you're Westfield. I mean, you know, you thought maybe Deerfield could go in and take a 2-score lead, but right here you got a chance to take it back if you're Westfield. And Jackson Hare, a big run there.
So a little bit of a surprise here. Like you said, Deerfield had the shot to go up 2 scores, and they just kind of handed it.
That's going to be something that he focuses on in this next week practice because they've had a couple of bad snaps. And Hare. See, that's something different, I think, in the high school game versus the college game. I think in the college game, when you get that push forward from a player, that's allowed now, that rugby-style football. But I think once in high school you start pushing your own players, I think they believe in football. But
that's exactly where my mind went. That's the most famous one I remember. Yep, Charlie Weiss and Brady Quinn. Wow, that was a good year for football.
I think if I remember correctly that year, direct snap to Brock Johnson. He may go, and he's got speed, and he will score a touchdown.
He wasn't being stopped there. He was determined.
And this is who I told y'all on that kickoff return when he waved his hand for a fair catch. This is what he can do. He did stay. He tight-roped the sideline, and Westfield takes the lead back 20-19.
Right. Now, if you're Coach Campbell here, do you go for two and stretch it out to a field goal?
I think the analytics tell you to kick it.
Well,
he's going for it, though.
Yeah, stretch it out to a field goal.
And you're kicking it now.
The Hornets down here on the north side of the field with a false start.
I mean, I understand what he's saying. The 2 points doesn't help you, but I think this early in the third, I don't know how much going from 2 at the 7-yard line, 8-yard line helps you.
Well, I mean, just making it 22-19, you put yourself, like I said, at a field goal's distance.
And they're going to throw it out to Thatcher Reddick, and he does score. So what do I know? I'll just be quiet and let Coach Campbell do his thing. 22-19. That's why they had me up here talking nonsense and him down there calling plays. 22-19 your score, and I tell you what, a turn of events, because like I said, the danger for Westfield, I thought, was giving them possessions going in and coming out and chances to score. They score going in, but Westfield gets the big stop, and then obviously kicking the punt and having the bad snap. And you get great field position. Yep. And again, Brock Johnson, we'll take a look at that again. Just a great play here. And, I think him being in there, I don't know if Deerfield recognized it or not, but there's definitely a change in the speed between those two guys when you have Brock Johnson in there versus
Hare.
Versus Braden Gay.
I got you.
So that ball kicked and trying to get wide here. And going to be pushed out at about the 33-yard line by Jackson St. Clair. The referee's doing a good job coming in, trying to keep any extracurriculars under bay. 22-19 your score. Been talking about our good buddy right next to us, going to be the future Ed Hockley down on the field in coming years. Moved up here to, let me say it right, Albany, Georgia, not Albany, Georgia, from Florida. So wishing him good luck with the ref and stuff. I'm glad he's doing it and not me, because I have a little bit thinner skin than to be a referee.
He's getting the clinic watching tonight. There's been a lot of flags. Good run there by the Knights. Tell you what, this has just been a really good football game as far as watching the offense. I know, like you were talking on the college side, the NFL side, you see a lot of spread. You see a lot of just like Texas Tech air raid stuff. But just to see a lot of good football running tonight has been kind of a breath of fresh air.
One thing I like about both of these coaches is, and there you see some old school smash mouth from Jones.
Oh, we got a player down.
Yeah, that's Thatcher Reddick. So it'll be a first down for Cole Jones. The one thing that I like about both of these coaches is they can go formation. They can change it up in a heartbeat, it seems like. and they go from different formation to different formation. They can get in the gun, they can go under center, they can run the ball and play smash mouth, or they can throw the ball on the perimeter.
And that's impressive.
I think it keeps defenses guessing. And a good job by Westfield on the defensive front there to have the same success.
And, like you're saying, that's impressive to see that much variety on the offensive side. Like I mentioned earlier, I kind of come from the GHSA days. I remember back in the early 2000s, Coach Brian Way with Warner Robins always running the wing tee, just, kind of stay into that scheme most of the time. But I guess as the game has evolved over the last 2 decades, you see a lot more being put on these young men to take in mentally and learn the playbook and have a lot of different styled offenses that they can handle. And it's nice to see.
A good catch right there. He did a good job of shallowing out that route and getting around the defender. And to that point, Kyle, you hit on something. Do we have another penalty or no? Are we taking a water break? Hydration break. So to that point, in some of the formations that you see now, they're packaged out of the shotgun, but a lot of them have old school concepts that used to be run in under center, what people would call old school football formations or whatnot.
That's right.
When it comes to things, they're just kind of packaged and presented in a different way. And, sometimes you have to do some things, I think, to keep the attention of your kids as well. You got to change things up, and you can't always continue to do the same things, and it feels mundane if you don't change things up. So I think that's a good approach to try to keep things fresh. And the fact that you've got so many from both of these teams, so many different formations that you can get in, it's got to be a nightmare for these defensive coordinators.
Yeah, and to that same idea to, keep it fresh, give them danced in the last 5 to 7 years. I mean, you see iPads and TVs on the sideline. I mean, there's so much more that they can take in. I mean, they've got YouTube. They've got more film than they've ever had at their fingertips, and that just adds to the resources that they can take advantage of to learn these different schemes. And so a high school game here in the last decade, and it's very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the technology that's been integrated into the game of football has been, and the problem is if you don't get on board with that to a certain extent, you kind of get behind the times.
Exactly.
And it can hurt your program, but most everybody has pretty much embraced that by now. So I don't know. I guess your field right now is just they're finding ways to really tear apart this Westfield defense.
The Knights have the pine trees in sight, and they're
first
going
and
for the touchdown.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from Westfield's 24-yard line, and it's been the Cole Jones show here in this second drive of the third quarter for Deerfield.
At will.
2nd and 7 here for Deerfield, and this is where Westfield's going to have to dig deep. I would say the Hornets probably have more players going both ways, which at this point could really be a factor in the game. And they flush him left, and you could tell right there he does not feel comfortable.
Another lost helmet.
He does not feel as comfortable going to the left. And we got a cramp down and a helmet off.
That was
we're going to have to get some. Of course, it don't matter how much water you drink now. If you're cramping, that means you're too late with drinking water. You're going to have to do something, drink some pickle juice or something.
Yeah, that's we had someone in the press box ask the question.
In college, you do have to come out. I don't know in high school. If your helmet comes off and it's not a penalty, you have to come off.
Yeah. With all the concussion protocols and
But you know what's
safeguards.
funny? What drives me crazy about college is a lot of times it's the hair that causes the helmet to come off because they can't get, like, the chin strap and everything is so tight because the hair, the extra hair is in there.
Let me tell you right now, if I was here, I've got a shaved head. You're not seeing me with a head of lettuce up there in this humidity.
But I'm saying that, that I don't know how those guys can handle that.
Yeah.
Like the dreadlocks that you see, and then they have to bunch them up, and it's to me that would drive me crazy.
Then you had Troy Polamalu from the Steelers back in the day, where he just.
Have you seen the new commercial with him and Mahomes, where you're talking about Mahomes is like, I love Mini Troy.
Yeah, he's classic. But you talk about one of the best defensive players ever. He was everywhere.
He never stopped moving.
Oh.
And almost catches that one hand. I don't know who that was. You got a number on that?
He went up for it.
Number 2?
Burns Holton.
Burns Holton, the all-name team.
Went upstairs there for that one and just couldn't quite get it.
Burns Holton and Seals. That sounds like a good law firm. So 4th and 6, we'll see what Deerfield elects to call. I would assume they're not going to kick a field goal, even though they could tie the game with it. It's a big down for both teams. Going to throw the swing pass. And did they get it? It's going to be close.
Yeah, Cole Jones on the carry.
They're going to measure, but I think he got it. Is the second effort, but we'll see.
So we talk about evolution of the high school game. They bring the chain out here to measure. The NFL is talking about going to an automated, like an AI chain, computerized chain.
That doesn't seem like it could go.
That takes away. I mean, this is one of the most iconic things you ever see in football is for them to bring the chain out, measure it, and you look for them to give the hand. I don't like it. Keep it the way it is. We can get too fancy, and it just takes away from the aesthetic of the game. And they got it.
Like, I get it. I just don't understand why. What's the need?
1 and 20 to go. Same, well, almost the same formation as prior. Sears to the right. Spins, but can't make much of it. Starting to see some cramping here in the third quarter.
So those of you who can hear us, I'm getting your text message. I think we're just a bit of network issues with the signal that we're receiving now. So I'm getting audio that y'all are getting. Notice that y'all have good audio. So we're gonna keep calling the game. I'm gonna try to work to see what we can do for the video part of it, but. If nothing else, hopefully you can hear us, and we'll try to describe. It looks like there is it's going to be 2nd and 14 from the 16-yard line, so they can pick up. Deerfield can pick up a first down inside the Westfield 5. 2:51 to go here in the third quarter. Westfield leads 22-19, and the Hornets. Westfield gave up a touchdown, but there was a penalty, and so Deerfield is now 2nd and 14 at the 16-yard line.
So, Brett, this will be key here if the Hornets can somehow hold them to a field goal or stop them altogether. That would be a key moment in the game.
So snap back to Seals and almost picked right through the hands. That's Win Hoots.
Win Hoots. My favorite name in football right now.
So they tried the wheel route, it looked like, out of the backfield, and passed to Win Hoots. Excuse me, passed to Win Hoots.
The defender was able to cause some disruption there. And so now you've got about a 33-yard field goal.
Continue to stay with us.
Yep, close game.
It's not really technical difficulties on our end. It's just mainly cell service is not very good where we are.
I think we have some fog coming in from the Flint.
I don't know. I've lost whatever that is now.
All right. So the Hornets take over here. We got Braden Gay. Shaddy as usual there to his line.
So hand it off to Jackson Hare. And Hare pushes the ball forward to the, I can't see. I think that's the 20.
It's about the
29-yard line? Yeah, 29.
Just shy of the 30. Good run by Mr. Hare today. Right there, he has been solid all game.
You can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag HoustonHealthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag HoustonHealthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Get your running shoes ready for the 3rd annual #HoustonHealthy 5K Fun Run and Wellness Expo in collaboration with the Mayor's Health Initiative and the Houston County Health Department. Saturday, September 21st. This great family event includes a 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a health and wellness expo with free wellness screenings for everyone. For registration and location information, visit hhc.org. It's the #HoustonHealthy 5K and Wellness Expo. Saturday, September 21st. Powered by Houston Healthcare.
So not sure what the issue is, folks, but hopefully we can get this thing going better. Handoff to Jackson Hare. He breaks loose. He's inside the 30, and he's going to score. Big-time touchdown. Any flags on the play, because that is a prerequisite before somebody scores in this game. You got to make sure there is no laundry, because it's been that kind of night for both squads. And we will get a replay on that. Handoff to Jackson Hare, and you see him bust through the line. And I think Deerfield's feeling what Westfield's defense was feeling on the last drive.
Yeah.
Just they were not able to survive.
Yeah, he's been impressive tonight, and I think you're starting to see the Deerfield defense start to wear a little bit here at the end of the game.
I think both teams are honestly wearing. I just think Westfield was able to somehow get off the field on the last drive, and Deerfield, unfortunately, unfortunate for them, kind of just couldn't come through the same way.
I know it's a 2-point game at this point, but with Seals' arm, they are not out of it. Deerfield is not out of this game. And Westfield,
we've seen this this entire game has gone. We know that. How this Deerfield-Westfield matchup in general is, and you never count your chickens before they hatch, if you will.
Yep. You got to play all 48 minutes if you want to walk away the winner. And
for those of you who missed it while we were having video issues, we are back, and here is the run that Jackson Hare just extended the lead. He had to jump over the burning rope of the end zone there when he hopped into it. I always find that funny when they hop over the line like it's a hot coal or something, but a big time run there in Westfield with 11:50 And as you mentioned, Kyle, a lot of time left here in the fourth. A 10-point lead for the Hornets. And, you never feel safe if you're Coach Campbell. Not with number 9 on the other sideline. And another short kick. Can Westfield tackle it? Good move here. And he has been very effective all game long. So first down, and now looks like we may have another injury. Not sure who that is. Is somebody still down?
Can't see who that is.
So I think we may be back up and running here. I had to switch methods. Yeah, it looks like we are back up and running well.
Tell you what, they've had to fight the penalties. They've had to fight each other. And now here in the second half, they have had to fight the humidity and the cramping.
So bear with us. We may have some drop frames here, but we're going to try to paint the picture even more than we have. And that ball tossed across the middle to the 49-yard line of the Hornets. And again, there's an example. You give Lane Seals a chance and some time, and he's going to find his receiver. So
Ben Everett there on the catch, number 8 for the Knights. I think they're going to turn to their quarterback here in this drive, like you're saying. So
Win Hoots is right in press coverage on the top side. Seals takes the shotgun snap. That ball hits the turf with 11:06. That'll be second down and 10.
Well, it's going to be a key drive here in the game. Hornets defense is going to have to be on point.
I didn't even realize there was a limit. So Jones with the ball carry, and that'll be a 2-yard pickup, maybe 2.5. So that'll bring up third down and 7.5, we'll call it. Third down and 8. And I think Coach McCray, that's not a bad plan to try to go back to Cole Jones, who's had some huge runs in the game. And it's been probably keeping Coach Lee Campbell's head scratching over there on the defensive side for Westfield.
Kind of got a spread offense here.
And a bad throw. That's the first errant throw we've seen.
I think it got tipped.
We saw one earlier in the game, but I think that one was more miscommunication on a fourth down. And that one right there, I think, was just maybe, like you said, either tipped or it just came out of his hand funny. 4th and 7 at midfield, and this is a precarious spot. If you don't get this one and you don't kick, it's, Westfield has a chance to put it away if you don't get it. And
I don't like this call.
Coach McCray knows his team, so you got to roll the dice how you want to. But I'm with you. It's a little midfield. It's right there at kind of the edge of what you want to do. But Seals showing confidence, and he does find it on the skinny post.
Wow!
And a great pass play right there by the quarterback. He had to have it, and they got it.
You said it, Brett. You said he knows his team, and it's almost like he had that play dialed up just for this situation. And it went to number 85 there, and the Knights right on to keep fighting.
Right at 10:08, and that's one of those things you got to figure out what's best. And that one, was dangerous. Could have been a pick if it's probably knocked up a little bit more, but luckily for Seals, falls safely to the turf.
That was kind of a quicker, getting to the line and getting going. I think maybe they saw something they liked and tried to get it off quick, and it just didn't.
Well, that was the same play where they scored on this end of the field. Well, they didn't score on the play. It was looked like a halfback screen in the middle of the field, halfback middle screen or tailback middle screen. Earlier before the half, it went down to about the 1 or 2 yard line, and then they punched it in with a quarterback sneak. Yeah. So trying to go back to it, not a bad play call, just didn't execute it.
Yeah, looks like they rushed it. But
and there's a penalty. And
illegal motion?
I think it's just a false start on that slot receiver on the top side of our screen.
All right. Well, they're still in business here. I mean, it's 2nd and 15. Just got to settle down a little bit.
When you pick up, and both teams have kind of done this, when you can pick up, 20 yards on a 4th down, nothing's really safe, is it? They send the back out. They're going to go and just out of reach, and he had him. I mean,
just overthrew him. Oh, it's a break in the favor of the Hornets.
Yeah, they've had a couple where Seals just hasn't quite been on point with the throw.
Yeah, his not quite the accuracy that we've seen him in the first 2 games of the season. I wonder if that's a testament to maybe the Hornets' defense. He's just...
I don't know. That's a layered throw right there, and it's got to get over the defender. Even though he's got him beat, it's just not an easy throw to make.
He's showing us some pocket pressure. Well, there he goes. He scrambles this time. Oh, he's going to get it.
Yeah, it's just hard there. You've got defenders in coverage, and you don't really have anybody turning their head back to look.
I mean, on the previous play, he passes out of the pocket, which we don't see him do a lot in this game.
Right.
I thought he was going to pass in the pocket there, but it collapsed on him. He goes right like he typically does, and he picks up the 1st down. So we've got 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Westfield looks a little gassed. Again, like I said earlier, they kind of look like Deerfield looked the previous series on defense. And they're going to, and that's exactly what happens, the damn bust. You're tired chasing around Lane Seals, and
Cole Jones.
The damn bust up the middle. That's exactly how the Deerfield defense looked the previous series. And Westfield, again, I thought they looked like that before they were somehow able to turn Deerfield away the previous time they had the ball. So both defenses look gassed at this point. So that makes you wonder, is Coach Campbell seeing that? Coach McCrae's obviously seeing that, and they're taking advantage on the ground right now of both of these defenses.
Now, they've missed a 1-point PAT earlier in the first quarter. Can't do that here. You can't shoot yourself in the foot, so you don't expect them to. But
they miss an extra point and a field goal, so you're right. And he drives that one through, but it hits the upright and goes in. So gets the carom.
If I'm Coach McCrae,
that was an adventure, but it pays off.
We're working on special teams this coming week. Got to get that ironed out. You can't. That's almost another disaster there, but like you said, gets the carom, and it's 29-26. The Hornets.
Well, you know what's funny about that? It almost seemed like the kicker on that one, as opposed to the other one, he really committed to driving through that one. That one was hit with a lot of velocity.
That's right.
So he probably pulled that a little bit compared to the other one. It seemed like he kind of just came off his foot wrong.
Talk about exit velo in baseball, like Brett said. That one had a lot of velocity on it, but he gets it, and the Hornets enjoy a 3-point advantage with 9:43 left in the ball game.
So hopefully you can y'all are getting the feed now. Again, unfortunately had some issues with the network here on our end, but we're working as best we can to bring it to you.
All right.
And Westfield leads 29-26 with 9:43 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Hornets have taken the lead on a couple of different big touchdown drives. Deerfield is going to try to get the ball back here, and a good job at finally getting on top of it. That's number 4. I think that's Michael Easom for Westfield.
I don't really understand that kick.
Well, I think what he was trying to do is kick it hard at somebody so that it would maybe come back and they could steal possession. Because I think they're seeing the same thing you and I and everybody else in the stadium is. Both of these defenses are about gassed, and it may come down to whoever can has the ball at the end.
Was this a Sean Payton, Saints Colts Super Bowl, trying to just a surprise onside kick? I don't know.
Trying to steal a possession, I think.
Yeah, that seems a little early on that one. Maybe if we're another possession or two in the game, maybe, but.
And they've got Brock Johnson in there. No, that's Braden Gay. I thought it was Johnson, but a good job running right there. 5-yard pickup from the senior quarterback, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5. I don't mind this. I think running the ball right at Deerfield again. Yep. I think both of these defensive lines, you can look at them and tell. 72 looks like he is just gassed.
And it may be like what you were saying, Coach McRae's trying to get creative in what is a tough game, and both defenses are floundering a little bit. To me, it's a little aggressive, a little too early, and now you've got Westfield at the halfway point of the field.
And Stone St. Clair gets out of bounds. I think Deerfield wanted a false start as he started to go in motion and stop. I don't know what the call is there. I do know Georgia Southern used to do that a lot, and it would drive opposing teams crazy. But there was something about if they restarted after they started going in motion, if they stopped, reset, and then started back in motion, it was okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Stone rolls on that one, though. They've got a first down.
Yeah, the clock's not running, so he must have got out of bounds there. They're going to reset Molina and Jackson.
Rare stop for Jackson Hare.
See, they're going to call a penalty here for illegal motion, but I think if you go by the letter of the law here, it's not illegal motion because 1 is a slot back. So if he's moving laterally, he can move laterally.
Yeah.
But they're going to call a motion, and Coach McRae is going to decline it there. So that's going to, because they stopped him behind the line, that he didn't want to give him an extra down, I guess.
We'll take the negative yardage versus the extra down.
I'm getting text over here. It's working good now.
Good deal.
Well,
just in time for a interesting finish here down in Albany, Georgia at Webb Memorial.
So they get the ball out. And St. Clair breaks a tackle and will pick up the first down.
First time we've seen Mr. St. Clair get used in quite a while. He had an awesome touchdown kick return for a touchdown.
And here you see he just able to break the tackle. I think that's Liam Elliott on the outside who he breaks the tackle of.
He is so impressive in space, I tell you.
First and 10 for Westfield. They do say he gets out of bounds there. It looked like he was still in. I don't know. 7's offsides. And they wait. And get it out to Mason Easom, and they're going to wind the clock there. 8:08 to go. The clock stopped, but there we go.
They've went to that play a lot tonight. There was the one where it almost got picked off. I think it was there at the end of the second half, and then they went to the same play right again, and then here we see it in the fourth quarter.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a play that the Falcons used to run with Julio Jones a lot back in the day.
Yep. Just
release those outside linemen, and there's...
Got a little early movement. Number 77 on the Knights.
There's got to be 30 penalties in this game.
Well, we've seen Gay, like we say, he chatters a lot at the line, and so I wonder if a little bit of that chatter, number 77 for the Knights, he got a little antsy.
I just wonder if the officials are going to have to wash those flags tonight, though.
I'm telling you, that one official, he's going to need some ice for that.
He has. Yeah, they're going to have to check him for Tommy John. He's been heaving that one. And it looks like we got another discussion here. I don't know if maybe they're discussing the clock situation once the ball is set for play. I don't know. I know they're going to reset the game clock to 7:39. It was down to, I think, 7:23. But it's not going to roll. So 29-26 your score. Probably should have pulled that. Good job by the defensive line there. And you could tell when they get a breath, they're still as good as they were to start the game. But when plays start piling up on one another, this is both sides. I'm not knocking Deerfield's defensive line. I think it's both defensive lines.
And I know we've given the officials a little bit of grief over some of the flags, but I want to give them credit there. They got the time right. They readjusted it back 16 seconds. There was some questionable clock usage by the officials there at the end of the first half.
Well, I think right there, like you said, I think what happened was they had the penalty, but the clock ran while the penalty was going, or while the penalty was being administered, and that one just not bad communication, but that one, the penalty was being administered and the clock was still running, so they had to adjust it, like you said, and they tried to get that one back right. So I wonder, 3 really doesn't do you a whole lot of good here. Is this 4-down territory for Westfield?
Well, 2nd and 10. I'd take a couple shots. I mean, I'd go for it.
So 29-26 your score. The Hornets on top, 29-26. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for Westfield. I think Coach Campbell's, understands the moment, understands how big this is.
I mean, if I'm Campbell, I take a shot here. I mean, I don't trust a 6-point lead or a 3-point lead when you've got Seals at quarterback. They can come back quick, so take a shot.
And it may depend on, Kyle, what they get on this 3rd down play.
Yeah.
If they don't pick up anything, who knows what they decide to do. It's definitely not within gimme range for a field goal in the position they are anyway. So
it'd be about a 38-yarder if they were to have an incomplete pass here and then have to go for the field goal. We'll see what they do here.
They get the throwback and caught by Jackson Hare. Did he get in? No, he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Wow.
Somehow threaded the needle there.
Gay just kind of came back, had to shuffle in the pocket a little bit to get the look he liked, but...
Well, it looked like he had like a short roll action, like you said, over here, and then he stopped to throw back. This has been kind of the go-to, and the linebacker there...
Deked him.
The linebacker had it, 7, but just couldn't find the ball.
That first motion, I think, deked the linebacker in the secondary, and then he was able to run past him. We'll have to take another look at that here in a minute.
Yeah, so running the ball up the middle, not able to get in the end zone, so good defense there from the Knights. We'll take a look at that again in just a second. So I'll try to slow it down here for...
That was one of Braden Gay's best throws of the game.
So you see him
rolls
here.
Out that motion right there. Looks like he's going to go with it, and then...
7 recognizes it, though. He just right over the top. Like 7 is fully extended and can't get there. And that right to Jackson Hare.
That was a fantastic play call and well-executed pass.
So Westfield
Calls audible here.
In the gun.
They're
looking to throw. Oh, we got a penalty, though. Multiple penalties. He's going to score, but it's coming back.
Well, what's the over-under on our flags for the game? Are we at 100 by now?
So holding. So that's going to push it back to the 13, maybe? I don't know.
Are they offsetting?
Deerfield player down on the far side as well. Number 7, it looks like, at least from the shoulder numbering. Yeah, we're cheating over here with the Zoom.
Technology working for us this time around. Hope the player's okay.
Yeah, it's a hold. I think there with the 2 penalties, if there's 2 separate ones, they're going to administer the one that is the most detrimental to the offense, to the offending team. So I don't know if it pushes back to the 13-yard line, if they run holding. I think in the college and pro game, it would be marked off from where the hold occurred. So if it occurred in the backfield, it would be marked off from that point. As opposed to, I think in high school, they mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
Still discussing. Never did hear what the second flag was, but
I didn't either.
It's a key call for the Knights.
So if the Knights can get a stop here, that's big. But if they don't, it's more time off the clock. That's a big thing. So it's kind of one of those deals like, all right, we got to be sure we actually hold them from scoring. And if Westfield scores, that really can start to drive in that final nail. Oh, Thatcher can't hold on to it. Passes a little high, and he's got a cramp. Yeah.
Coach needs to stop it at Stripling's on the way home and get them some pickle juice.
So 3rd and 13 now. And it makes you wonder, though, I know, and Coach Fowler's probably thinking this too, like, obviously, you know, the offensive scheme is what it is, right? You do what you do, but it almost makes you wonder, you get down there 2nd and 3 from the goal line, and you're like, let's just get behind the big hog mollies and try to power in.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, at this point, they've tried to go in the air. It hasn't quite worked. Maybe, like you said, bring out the hog mollies. Bring out Jackson here.
I just think you got 3 more downs from the 3-yard line. Mm-hmm. Let's not try to misdirect things. Let's just go right at them. And Jackson Hare, like you said, I mean, that's a good point. He's been very good all game long.
I'd give it to him, see what you can get, and if you can't get to the goal line, we'll gain some yardage, get closer for the field goal.
Yeah, you might have to kick a field goal here.
Stretch it out to 6, get what you can. Make them score a touchdown. They'll have just under 5 minutes, probably after the next play or two. They'll have under 5 minutes to.
Right. Deerfield, I believe, Deerfield still has all 3 timeouts. So.
Man. This has been a slow second half between the penalties and the cramps. Hate to see it. Well, Brett, while we're waiting here, what do you think about Georgia Clemson tomorrow? What you got a score prediction?
Not really. I think Georgia wins.
Yeah.
I think the stat I saw, Georgia is in kickoff games like that, they're 2-2 against the spread during the Kirby Smart era, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it really just depends on if can Clemson function on offense this year. Yeah. They were at times just looked very. They just struggled.
Yep.
And then other times they looked like they could get it going. But I don't know. We'll see if they're able to. I think the one thing that plagues Clemson is they don't really have big threat wide receivers on the outside. So they're more reliant on a grinded-out approach as opposed to when they had some of the stud quarterbacks they've had in the they've had two transcendent quarterbacks in the last decade in Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, and they've also had really good receivers. So I think Georgia's, from top to bottom, Georgia's roster is just pretty stacked.
Yep.
And it's going to be tough but you never know. I mean, turnovers, early season jitters, penalties, special teams, all play an impact. But if I had to guess, I would say Georgia wins by 14. I think they covered the spread. I think the spread's like 12 maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me thinks Clemson could come out and surprise us a little bit, and then I could also see Georgia blowing them out. It's going to be interesting to see.
I think the main thing for Georgia is they got to find a running back who can play.
Yeah, they've had some injuries, but I think they're going to be all right. All right. Mr. Gay goes deep. Up. Didn't.
Yeah, I think if that ball is lofted a little bit more, he probably gets a flag on pass interference, but the ball was too far out in front. 26 had no clue where the ball was and fully committed to. So we'll see what Westfield does. Again, that just completely bogging down when you get down there for a chance to take a 2-possession lead. They're going to burn their last time out here.
I don't know if I don't like that. Not in this game, with it still being this close. And what do you think the thought process is for Coach Campbell here, thinking, okay, we kick a field goal, their offense, the way it's been, could possibly score. We want to save us some time to come back if they score. Is that what you're doing? You're just preserving time for a counter score if the Knights answer back? Or
I think maybe he's unsure what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And that indecision may have driven the need for a timeout. I don't know that for certain, but I would think that if you're going to kick a field goal, I don't know what, because you just threw an incomplete pass, so the clock is stopped. So you're not saving any more time by burning that timeout.
That's right.
So maybe you're drawing up a play for going for the touchdown here because you don't think the field goal does you a whole lot of good. I don't know.
It'd be a 30-yarder from here.
So I think that they're bringing the offense out. It's 4th down and 13.
It looked like there might have been pass interference on that one, but no flag.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
You call that a fair contest?
No, I don't think it's pass interference. I do think he's lucky after already having the targeting call that wasn't.
Yeah, that was close.
It was helmet to helmet, but.
Well, for all the flags we've had in the game,
I think he's very fortunate to still be in the game, based on that look.
They just let that one play out, and I think that's the right call. Let them play football, and we'll see what happens here with Deerfield backed up against their own end zone. Seals throws it.
That might be, almost picked. And Seals has looked a little bit amped up here in this second half.
Yeah.
Like, his passes have kind of got out in front of his receivers. I don't know if he's got extra juice with it being crunch time or.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I think both coaches are going to look back and see a lot of things that could have been different for how things went in this game.
Cole Jones there again on the carry. Like Westfield, depending on Jackson Hare, the Deerfield Knights have depended greatly on Cole Jones tonight.
So 3rd and 4 for Deerfield, and this begs a question. You got 3 timeouts. If you don't get the first down here,
do you punt?
No. He's backed off the line of scrimmage about 1.5 yards, though.
Another flag.
Oh, Deerfield moved. Wow.
False.
I will say Westfield purposely lines up about 1.5 yards off the ball so that they don't jump.
It's a false start on Deerfield.
But what do you do here if you're Coach McCray? Because there's 4:41 left. If you don't pick this up, I believe they still have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
So do you punt it away?
Yeah,
I would assume you do. But
you got to give yourself a shot. You can't hand.
And I can't say that anymore because now they burned the timeout.
And maybe, as you said earlier, for the Westfield, maybe Deerfield here is trying to figure out, okay, what do we want to do?
Right.
What are our options? We've got 4.5 minutes. We're down by 3. Do we hand it to our quarterback? Can he settle down a little bit and just make a good throw?
That makes
just
me
get some
wonder,
yardage?
though, have you now kind of committed yourself to go for it?
Oh, by burning the timeout?
Yeah, I mean, I know Westfield hasn't really done a good job of managing the clock and running it out in their own right. But now you can't. I mean, if it gets down under 2 minutes, you can't really stop it to get the ball back.
I tell you what, for Coach Campbell, it puts it puts a considerable amount of pressure on his defense, like you said, with no timeouts left for the Hornets, and if they get under 2 minutes, they're going to have some sideline throws, and it's up to the defense here to make the stop so they don't have to get in that position.
And they're able to get the first down. Westfield just has not been able to, I don't know what it's been about that 3rd down play, but they have just not been able to stop Lane Seals in the second half on 3rd down.
Ben Everett again, number 8. Had his man out in open space. All right. If you're the Hornets, it's crunch time here. You've got to swarm. You've got to make the tackle in open space. Oh.
He's going to score. Wow.
Cole Jones.
And that is why.
Wow. That's going to push his rushing yard total probably close to 400 on the season, and you're only 3 games in. He is impressive, and it's very unfortunate for Westfield. But, hey, it's not over yet, folks.
No, they left a lot of time on the clock. But, I mean, I tell you what.
You hate to not have any timeouts in your bag if you're Coach Campbell, but
I don't think timeouts is an impact right now. I think it's
you've got 4 minutes.
You got plenty of time. I think what you're doing is you're kicking yourself for not scoring down when you have the ball down at the 3-yard line and you don't get anything out of it. I think that is the dejecting thing for the Hornets is you had you have the ball down there at the 3 and looking like you're going to go in to basically put the game away. And now you look up a minute later and you find yourself down 4 points.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier. These coaches are going to look back, and there's going to be various moments where we're going to say, hey, we could have had it here, we could have had it there. And it's going to be that game. Somebody's going to probably lose by a one-score game, and there's going to be that one opportunity where he said, had we done it this way, it could have went the other way.
If I'm honest, Deerfield has won the end of the first half and to this point the end of the second half, and that's the difference in the game right now. They have executed and put themselves in a position at the end of both halves better than Westfield has, and that's really, Westfield has had their chance to put the game away and they just haven't been able to do it.
Goes to number 15. Is that Eason?
Yeah. Oh! And Jackson St. Clair got decked after the play. No call. Wow.
All of a sudden, Deerfield's playing with a little bit of extra juice after that touchdown. If you're Westfield, you've got to match it. You're not out of this ball game. You've got 4 minutes. You've got to match it. You've got the weapons in your arsenal to do it. You just got to make it happen. Well, we thought it would be a close game, and it's been up to par so far.
Jackson Hare with the ball, and
flag.
Not sure what that's on. Huh. Wow. What can you say?
Well.
Wow.
Not what you want if you're the Hornets, especially trying to come out and answer that touchdown drive there by the Knights. But hey, this is football. Pick your head up, keep going. Still a packed house here at Webb Memorial. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Got the Deerfield-Windsor Knights 33 and Westfield Hornets 29.
Waiting on the laundry.
Yep. Seems to be the theme of the night.
Sorry.
Look.
I have a negative view, man.
After the way it's been today, you can't blame yourself.
It's just one of those things where it's like everybody's kind of holding their breath, waiting to see it come out.
I'd love to, if I'm Coach Campbell, I'd love to see the tape of tonight and just.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be. Yeah.
And if not to instigate, but if I'm coach, I'm calling somebody at GIAA and saying, what happened here? A long pass here.
I think Easom's wanting a pass interference for pulling him.
He is advocating for a flag there, but not going to get one, not
going to get one tonight.
It's kind of interesting.
If it was a 10-yard run in the middle, they'd get a flag for Holton. Trust me.
Well, 3rd and 11. 3 minutes. You got to go for it. You got to chew up field here and get yourself within a Hail Mary shot, a puncher's chance.
I think something across the middle. So he gained about a yard on the play. So 4th down and about 10.
Was that just indecision there? Just not.
Probably nowhere to go with the ball.
My vantage point was a little blocked here on the receivers. But
I think just everybody was covered up.
all right, well, this is ball game if you're Westfield.
Yep. And you're going to look back on this game if you're Westfield and you just kind of kick yourself, to be honest.
There were some chances in the first quarter that they gave up, like you said, being down. But here we go. Air out left. Gay throws it. Deerfield's calling it incomplete as it's close to the ground, but 15 says he scooped it.
They're going to give it to him?
They're going to give it to him.
Wow.
A rare break for the Hornets tonight.
I'm not believing that.
And the Deerfield faithful are not having it. They are not happy with that call. And the Hornets live to fight another down. 1st and 10, 33-29, just under 2 minutes.
I don't know if they... No, it didn't hit the ground. He got his fingers underneath it.
All right, here we go.
That was a good call. Wow. I thought it hit the ground too, but he got...
Is this Deerfield calling a timeout?
Let me see it again.
All right, we'll get a chance to look at this one, thankfully.
I got to wheel it up again.
Got Mr. Taylor here running back the replay for us. All right, let's see here. Oh, that's close. Fingertip catch by Easom. Wow. Fantastic catch by Easom. I don't know if some of these.
The only thing I will say,
folks aren't having it.
He absolutely got his hands underneath the ball. The only thing that is questionable is when the ball goes through his hands and into his body.
Did he have full control?
No. Well, did it hit the ground between the hands and his stomach area? I don't know. But the look, he definitely got his hands underneath the ball.
Hey, and now, minute and a half, you can slow it down just a little bit.
I guess it doesn't matter at this point because it's they called it a completion, so Westfield's going to run with it.
Got stacked receivers down here at the bottom. And Gay is down.
So Gay's 5 yards down the field.
I'm sorry, was that a snap to 31?
No, that was a mesh that they blew up the running back, and Gay pulled it.
Had a lot of traffic there.
They got a hustle there. It's a minute 5.
They're running stacked receivers again on the right. Single back offset. They are bringing pressure.
Westfield's got to hurry.
Yeah, the clock is. Clock is not going to be their friend here. Deerfield is bringing the kitchen sink.
No, don't do. What are you doing? That makes it 4th down. That is not just run a play. That makes 0 sense. That makes absolutely no sense.
Is it pick your poison at this point? You either have the clock run out or you stop it and give yourself a chance to talk about it for a second.
But the down's more important at this point than the clock is. You got to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Yeah, I think, like I say, I think it's pick your poison. If the clock runs out and you rush the play. But Deerfield's been blitzing, and Braden King has not. There's nothing he's been able to do to stop it.
I don't understand. I said that in the first half. I don't understand that thought process.
To lose the down?
Well, yeah, if you're going to take the time to snap it, you've already got it snapped. Run a play. After you snap it, run it.
But here's the thing. You stop the clock. If you get the first down, you still may have 20-something seconds. If you don't take the chance to save the down and you run the clock, you may have less than that. So I guess, like I say, they're picking to have more time. They're taking the time versus the down. This one will be talked about all week.
Yeah.
But here we are, 4th and 10, 33 seconds, down by 4. The Hornets are going to go for it here. Gay back. He runs up. He's running with it.
Keep going. He gets it.
He's got the first down.
Wow.
25 seconds. Wow. This is coming down to the wire. And he spikes it there, obviously, after the first down.
Now, I get spiking it there.
To spike or not to spike? 23 seconds. 4-point game.
Got to give Gay a lot of credit there because he was not able to get away from pressure earlier in the series of downs. And there he's able to finally get and slide away. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with, 23 seconds, I think, on the clock?
All right. Got 4 receivers, 2 and 2. Gay back. Flag on the play.
Yeah,
he throws it.
It's going to be a legal procedure on Westfield.
He got it to St. Clair, but illegal procedure? Or
I think it's because if it's not, then it's
false start. Well, at this point, Brad, I just let him play. 17 seconds, let him play.
That's not going to happen.
Of course not. Not at this rate.
He must have said that the receiver got no. I mean, I don't think anybody went in like false start. I think that he said that somebody started quick.
Well, that was the call.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Gay back. 4 receivers out. He throws it.
Oh, that hit him right in the hands too. He layered that right on top.
And he misses it.
Mm. 7 seconds. This is just one of those games where you're going to look back and say, what in the world did we do?
Here we go. Gay back. He's got a man deep. Hail Mary shot. Is it intercepted?
No, I don't think anybody caught it. And that'll do it as Deerfield wins. They come back in the 4th quarter down 10. And they defeat Westfield.
But
is there a flag on the play?
No.
I'm making sure.
Brett, you had me there. But all jokes aside, what a game. I mean, it came down to a Hail Mary shot that fell at the 1-yard line. Everybody went for it. It came down incomplete.
That was the absolute ugliest game I've seen in a long time. It was exciting. It came down to the end, but I guarantee you both coaches are not happy with the way that it was played and how many penalties on the field. But you got to give it to Deerfield. They came back. Westfield's going to be kicking themselves all week.
Yeah, and I think you had it hit on the head earlier when you said that Deerfield hung in there. They gave themselves a chance. Deerfield did not have a great 3rd quarter, but like you said, they won the first half, and they were there when it mattered in the 4th quarter, and they won. You hate it for the Hornets. It's a tough loss. It's tough to go back home on that ride with a game like that.
Yeah, Deerfield won both ends of halves is what the difference in the game was. They won the end of the first half, and they definitely won the end of the game. And it doesn't matter really what you do in between.
You just got to play 48 minutes.
Right.
You got to be there. But, well, Brett, it's been fun.
Yeah, so the final here tonight, Westfield falls to Deerfield, 29-33. I know it's kind of a familiar thing here for the Westfield Hornets. For some reason in Albany, they come down here and just not able to get a victory. And unfortunate as it may be, the Westfield Hornets gotta try to regroup, and they get an off week, which it makes it even worse.
Yeah, I call it the Flint River flunk.
So they've got to come back after a couple weeks now, and they got to live with this during the off week, which is probably worse than anything because you don't get to play somebody else to try to figure it out. But
hangs over your head for 2 weeks.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Houston Healthcare, as well as Sonic America's Drive-In and Mr. Mike Waller there, as well as Titan Farms, and, of course, our last sponsor, the Westfield School, for all they do for us. Appreciate all that y'all do. And also like to give a shout-out to our Westfield Booster Club sponsors, our Gold Hornet sponsors, as you see on your screen there, as well as our Westfield Green Hornet sponsors, and then finally our Hornet sponsors for the Westfield Booster Club. We appreciate all that y'all do. And unfortunately, Kyle, as you said, Westfield, they fall here tonight 33-29 in a game that is, you hope you can flush it quickly, but it's probably going to sting for a while. And again, like I said, it's going to be very tough to end. I don't know where they're running. It's going to be very tough to deal with this over, an off week as well. That's what's so disappointing for the Hornets, and the fact that they know that they kind of gave one away, if you will.
Yeah, well, it's an uphill battle with all the flags they had, but like you said, they had their opportunities. And there were some things they can build upon from this game. Saw a lot of things we liked from Jackson Hare. Gay had a lot of good moments. You can build off of some things, but like you said, just had some missed opportunities. And like I said, flush it, move on, get your rest this week, and go into week 5 and see what you can do going forward.
So that'll wrap us up here tonight. Westfield falls on the road to Deerfield. We will see you back in a couple weeks, and as Westfield will play host to Tift Area, who it looked like was on their way to a big win over John Millage tonight over in Chula. So thanks, Kyle, for joining in here tonight. Appreciate Trent Jackson for all the help on the camera. Saying so long here tonight as Westfield loses 29-33 to Deerfield-Windsor. You've been watching Hornet Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.